All right, it is Mojo in the morning. 844 Mojo Live. Text is 95500. Don't watch that. So Shannon told me over the weekend, you got to watch this show. And I was so excited about it. And then the next moment was like the next day, I got a text message from her, which was, don't watch this show. And I want you to explain this whole thing.
Wes and I started watching a show on Hulu called Dying for Sex. And it stars Michelle Williams, who is one of my absolute favorite actresses of all time. And so we started watching it on Friday night, and we watched the first 2.5 episodes. It was so good.
This is new, right?
It's a newer show, I think. Yeah, we just kind of stumbled upon it, but it's like sad and funny and shocking all at the same time. So you kind of get a little bit of everything.
It sounds like the previews. You know how you hear that? It's like, it's sad, it's funny, it's shocking.
Yeah, hire me to do those.
Yeah.
And so I thought, I want to text Mojo because I feel like this is a show that he and Chelsea would really like. So I did. I texted him and said, hey, you and Chelsea need to check out this new show on Hulu. It's Michelle Williams. It's called Dying for Sex. Well, then on Saturday night, Wes and I watch 2 more episodes. And this show got weird. I'm talking still good, but very S&M, very like Michelle Williams' character. She like the brief synopsis is she finds out she has terminal cancer, and so she wants to live out her final days having the best sex of her life. And so in one scene,
Come
like
before she goes.
her thing to like have an orgasm is to kick guys in the balls. I mean, like it gets really, really super weird.
Yeah, Mojo. It's
look-
your kind of show, huh?
I look at Wes and I'm like, oh my God, the morning could not come fast enough because this is like midnight. I need to text Mojo and say, do not watch this show. How weird is it that a coworker is recommending a show when all this kind of stuff is happening? What time did I text you on Sunday? It was like 7:50 a.m.
It was actually very funny.
I knew you were awake because you had sent something to the group chat.
Yeah.
And I was already awake. And so I texted you and I was like, hey, what did I say? I was mortified.
It was actually very funny because the funny thing is, as soon as I got that, I sent it to Chelsea and I said to Chelsea, hey, got a new show for us to watch. And then I next text to Chelsea was, never mind.
I texted you at 7:27 a.m.
There was.
It says, please don't watch Dying for Sex after all. We watched a few more episodes last night and I am mortified that I told you guys to watch it.
It was OMG in all caps. It's very S&M in all caps. Like very. This is funny because have you ever had that happen to you where you will tell somebody something, like you'll recommend something like a TV show or whatever?
Too soon.
And then, that's happened to me before. Like I've had that happen to me before where I'll recommend something and then next thing I know, it's like, it is dark or there's something crazy.
And you don't want that person to think of you that way.
Yeah. Like,
or that you're being suggestive.
And that is the problem though for me is it's usually like my family or somebody in my family or Chelsea's parents. Chelsea's parents watch, this is no joke, Chelsea's mom and dad watch everything nowadays. Like it's so wild because back when I first met Chelsea's parents, there was just primetime television, you know what I mean? Like Friends and Seinfeld and stuff. Then now I'm finding out that they're like into like shows about cocaine, sex. I'm like, that's Grandma and Papa.
Right.
What are Grandma and Papa doing?
I take it back.
Has this ever happened to you guys? Has this ever happened to you where you recommended somebody to watch a show and only to find out that when you got deep into the episodes, it got really, really deep? What was the one? There was one, Banshee, I think it was. Did you ever watch Banshee at all?
Never heard of Banshee.
I remember you talking about
Banshee
that
is a great show. It's a phenomenal show. But just like Ray Donovan, it has some of the darkest, like baking
Sex
cookies
scenes.
scenes. I mean, you're like, I'm like, first off, very hot. It's one of those shows. And tell me, is this Michelle Williams show like a Ray Donovan? Because we used to always joke all the time because Shannon would come in studio and go, watched Ray Donovan last night. You know?
I was so bothered by that show. This show is, I don't want to give too much away. It's not.
No?
Okay. It's racy, but in like a different kind of way.
What's the Nicole Kidman show that she was on where it was a bunch of women that lived in that California town and there was
like Stepper for a while?
Something Little Lies.
Yeah.
What the heck was it? Or
Pretty Little Lies.
Pretty Little Lies. Yeah,
Pretty Little Lies. That was another one of those shows where you're watching it and all of a sudden out of the blue it's like, oh, there's a curveball. There's one that kind of throws it to you.
That's like Game of Thrones. Yeah, they kill people, but
Big Little Lies.
Big
sleeping
Little
with
Lies.
each
Yeah,
other,
big-
too.
Game of Thrones is one of those ones. I would always hear everybody talk about Game of Thrones, and I'd be like, I have no interest in watching. I'm not big on watching. Kings and and people riding on whatever the heck it is, like the backs of horses and stuff. Like I don't want any of that
A
stuff.
lot of riding in that show.
And then everybody would. This is how it shows you what people think of me. They're like, Mojo, you would love it. It's got great sex scenes.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Game
All
of,
right.
it was like
Now I'm
that.
into it.
Now it may have been like sometimes the brother sleeping with the sister.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's Game of
A little
Thrones.
crazy. 248 says, what's the name of that show called? Some of us might want to watch it.
It's
Dirty.
called Dying for Sex, and it's on Hulu.
Okay. By the way, did you see what's coming back?
What's that?
I was waiting to text you and Megan about this one.
Handmaid.
Handmaids is back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
I
it back today?
I think so.
I couldn't. Get
I
into that.
gotta.
Oh my God, the
Get
first couple seasons of that
my
show.
Xanax ready.
That
That show.
My Xanax
No, I'm
ready.
serious. That show gives me such bad anxiety.
It's Madeline Brewer
Even this
kinda
music gives me it just. If you watch Handmaids, we all have something wrong with us.
I need to go back and watch it.
buddy, it is.
Yeah, but you got to start from the very beginning. You cannot miss.
There-
you cannot
there
miss
is
a moment
something.
of that show.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes I have ADD where I pick up my phone.
You
and start-
can't
That's what I'm
with that
saying.
show.
Like,
Yeah.
like you got to
Well,
be locked in.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Nowadays, I feel like you can't watch. What's the therapy show with Harrison Ford?
Shrinking.
Shrinking?
Such a great show.
I've been on season 2. This is no joke for like the last 2 months
Because you're on your phone.
because I'm on my phone the entire time and I don't understand what the hell happened just a second ago. I get yelled at by Chels for that. What's up, Amy? Hi.
Hi. I was just wondering if Shannon finished the show.
I didn't.
No
I
spoilers.
didn't. Nope. We didn't finish it yet.
Shannon, okay. So I won't tell you what happens,
Please don't.
but it gets so good.
Is
It's already so
It's
good.
And have tissues.
Oh my
Have
God!
tissues
Don't
with
even
you.
say that.
Hey, quick question for you on that.
Yes.
Do you and your spouse have like swings in your house, or what do you guys have? Like, tell me what kind of.
I've got nothing like that. I'm single, so
Okay.
I'm
just
good.
wondering.
Yeah.
I'm loving it
No swings.
because I'm looking at the text messages here where people are like, Shannon, if you think that's dirty, you got to try, and they're like telling me all these other shows
I mean, it's pretty
that we should
dirty.
watch. These are, by the way, these
It was-
these are parents taking their kids to school at this time right now. That's crazy.
I know. Tell the parents not to watch most of it, but watch the last episode.
Oh, yeah.
It's because it's all about friends. It's about friends. You know, Shannon, how she is so close to her friend Nikki,
Yeah.
and Nikki just gives up her life to,
Yes,
take
yes.
care of her.
Yes.
That's cool.
yes.
It's so good.
Thanks, Amy.
You guys are gonna love it.
Thank you.
Take
Yeah,
care of
you guys
yourself.
are gonna love it.
Take care.
Right.
All right, Danielle, what's up? It's Mojo in the morning. Hi.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Danielle?
Hey, I just wanted to correct you. Handmaid's Tale starts tomorrow.
It does.
Oh, thank
okay.
you.
Waiting for a
Good.
long time. Tomorrow, Tuesday, the 8th.
Tuesday the 8th,
Xanax tomorrow.
7 Central,
She ready.
5 Pacific. Or I always love it's like the commercial.
Enjoy,
but-
everyone. Have a great day.
You too.
Take care of yourself. Hey, Sarah, what's going on? Hi.
Hi. Me and my daughter called Game of Thrones my mom's porn because my mom watched the whole series numerous times, and I lived with my mom for like 3 years recently, and that's all she would watch. And my daughter would walk out of my bedroom into the living room and see inappropriate scenes at 11, 12.
You know what's
Oh,
and
weird?
we're like,
Gosh.
Grandma!
It's weird to see grandma watching anything that's like that, but it's wild to walk in the room on them and they've got a huge smile on their face. You know?
Yes. My daughter was like, Grandma, what are you watching? Quit watching porn.
That's awesome.
Don't miss this.
All right, when we come back here next, we kicked off the contest last hour. Want to win a brand new car or $25,000 cash? It's Find the Fob. Brought to you by Moran Automotive. We've got a chance coming up next. Shannon, what do you got in the dirty?
Russell Brand speaking out about those rape allegations he's facing and all of the details on Eminem becoming a grandpa for the very first time. Coming up in the
The
dirty.
name of the baby is the
Yeah.
greatest. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
His dating profile pic was a 9, but what showed up was a 3. Second date update is after 8 this morning on Mojo in the Morning.
Brought to you by Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts. Only in theaters May 2nd. Get tickets now.
Channel 955.
It's Mojo in the mornings. Motor City traffic.
It is cold outside, 726, 33 degrees right now. Sunshine, clouds today, going to be windy as well. A high of 46, getting down into the low 20s overnight with the possibility of some flurries coming our way. Out on the streets, 94 westbound remains closed between 696 and 8 Mile because of an accident. So traffic is stopped from Gratiot. Here's the deal. You are now going to be forced to exit onto 696 westbound right there. 94 westbound, the on-ramp from 11 Mile, that is closed because of this mess. Northbound 275, it's slow between Ann Arbor Road and M14, and more slow go 94 westbound between Warren Avenue and 75. That's your Channel 955 traffic on Nudge in the Morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by Hagopian Cleaning Services.
My grandfather opened Hagopian in 1939. Hi, this is Ed Hagopian, and we're celebrating 86 years of providing our customers with the very best in carpet and rug cleaning. Call us today at 1-800-HAGOPIAN or visit us at hagopianclean.com.
Want to live in Ann Arbor? Then you gotta go look at the rentals that they have in Woodview Commons. Ann Arbor's premium living destination is Woodview Commons, where they have all different types, from 1 and 2 and 3 bedroom apartments to spacious townhomes and sophisticated ranch-style residences. I'm telling you, it's all in one neighborhood. With a scenic woodland setting, you actually got great areas to go on hikes with your family and a sparkling, beautiful pool, cutting-edge fitness center, and this is the greatest, your own pickleball courts. Plus, it's the most pet-friendly place I've ever seen because they have an on-site pet grooming spa. This is Woodview Commons. Go to FHSliving.com. If you're looking to rent in Ann Arbor, you got to go to FHSliving.com. That's FHSliving.com. It's time for you to live better.
Listen to Channel 955 anytime. Free on the iHeart app.
Presented by Top Dog Law. Top Dog gets you top dollar. Go to TopDogLaw.com. That's TopDogLaw.com.
There are two kinds of people, those that brush and floss daily and those that brush till they bleed 20 minutes before their appointment.
Ouch!
We have a dental care plan for all of them. Brightside Dental. Call 1-800-PAINLESS or visit BrightsideDental.com.
Meet Justin Wright, savvy spender. He always spends his money just right. Justin saves on gas and fills his tank far from freeway prices. He skips the overpriced coffee shops and makes it at home. He even writes his own name wrong for that authentic barista cafe feeling. And Justin backs into every spot like a getaway driver because time is money. And he chooses Now by Xfinity. Dependable internet, unlimited mobile, and the TV he loves. All with no annual contracts, no credit checks, no hidden fees, and no surprises. Get Now internet starting at $30 a month, all in with unlimited data and Wi-Fi equipment included. Now by Xfinity. It's just right. Go to Xfinity.com/now to learn more. Restrictions apply. Speeds up to 100 megabits per second. Actual speeds vary. Reduced speeds after 20 gigabytes of usage per line. Data thresholds may vary. Pricing subject to change.
You know, I've been getting the same bowl from Chipotle since I was in high school. Steak bowl, white rice, extra black beans. It's a very basic bowl. But Chipotle honey chicken, when I saw that on the menu, oh my God, I had to give it a shot. It's Jed from The Joe Show, and I can't tell you how much I love Chipotle's honey chicken. It's got the perfect amount of spice, the perfect amount of sweetness to it. So do yourself a favor, get on in, try the Chipotle honey chicken because it's only here for a limited time, and you've got to try it. Order however you'd like at your Chipotle restaurant, on the Chipotle app, or Chipotle.com.
Hi, I'm Matt Paul, president of DTE Electric. When we invest, it works. While we're investing more than ever to build a smarter, more reliable grid, we're also focused on reducing costs to keep bills as low as possible. We recently saved $300 million from operational efficiencies and lower fuel costs, and we're passing all of those savings on to our customers. DTE is committed to keeping your bills affordable.
Hey, It's Megan with your hot tips, okay? If you're planning for Easter like me and you want to spend less time in the kitchen, check out the Honey Baked Ham Company. Honey Baked's complete Easter meals featuring bone-in ham, boneless ham, or the new Carver ham and side dishes, they are going to help you save time. Honey Baked Ham come fully cooked, hand-glazed, in-store with that sweet, crunchy glaze, which I love. So skip the rush and shop early. Honey Baked Ham stay fresh in the fridge for up to 10 days and turkey breasts for up to 7 days. And check out Honey Baked's newest ham offering. Just in time for Easter, their artisan-cut Carver ham, smoked to perfection. It's pre-sliced for ease of serving and topped with their sweet, crunchy glaze, and it's smaller in size, so it's perfect for family meals. Remember, Honey Baked Ham has you covered for Easter brunch and dinner and for all of your other spring gatherings. Put a fresh twist on your Easter meal tradition by serving Honey Baked's newest addition, the Honey Baked Carver Ham. Visit honeybaked.com to place an order for pickup, to find a store near you, and to see their extended store hours.
Channel 955 presents the biggest concerts in Detroit.
Record-breaking global sensation Chris Brown presents Breezy Bowl 20 Stadium World Tour. Celebrate 20 years of Chris Brown live in Detroit, performing at Ford Field. Due to demand, second show added August 7th with special guests Summer Walker and Bryson Tiller. Sign up for pre-sale access at chrisbrownworld.com. Don't miss the biggest R&B event of the year. For more, visit chrisbrownworld.com.
This is your Monday Legal Minute powered by Goldman and Associates Law Firm. Do I need a parenting plan?
I think you do need one. You got to remember that when people get divorced, these are people who might have history of not being able to figure out important issues between themselves. And therefore, when we're talking about the parenting of a child, it's appropriate to decide who's getting Christmas Eve, who's getting Christmas Day. How are we working with New Year's? Is mom getting Mother's Day and dad getting Father's Day? How are we handling the birthday? Are we splitting it? These are all important things. They could all lend themselves to a big inflammatory situation. It's better to have a plan so we don't have a problem down the road.
Do children get to decide where they want to live?
The short answer is no. The children get to express a preference, but the preference is only one of 12 factors that the court is going to use. They're going to look at 11 other factors. Let's remember, when it comes to children, they have a lot of strong opinions about a lot of things. We don't let them decide whether or not they're going to go to school. We don't let them decide in and of themselves if they're going to mom or they're going to dad for custody purposes.
Pistons fans, the thrill of the game just got even bigger. Grab your seats at Little Caesars Arena and get ready for a night of nonstop action. When the Pistons put up 55 points at home by halftime, you score a $5 casino bonus. That's right, every shot they sink gets you one step closer to a win. Feel the energy, ride the momentum, and make every basket count. Celebrate the game and enjoy exclusive perks with BetMGM. It's the ultimate way to take your Pistons fandom to the next level. Don't miss out. Get in the game with BetMGM Casino, an official partner of the Detroit Pistons and an authorized gaming operator of the NBA. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help. Must be 21 plus, Michigan only. Please gamble responsibly. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable site credits or bonus bets unless otherwise provided in the applicable terms. Rewards subject to expiry.
All right, listen up. It's tax season and Boost Mobile wants to turn your tax refund into 6 months of savings. When you buy 6 months on their best unlimited plans, Boost will give you another 6 months for free. Now, I'm no accountant, but that's a really good deal. And I'm not done yet. Visit a Boost Mobile store during tax season and enter to win up to $10,000 to double your refund. So head to your nearest Boost Mobile store now. And I'll go back to my day job. Requires upfront payment, taxes and fees extra. Terms and exclusions apply. Visit boostmobile.com for full offer terms and sweeps details.
More Mojo in seconds.
I love my teeth. I know it sounds weird to say that, but I went to Reynolds Orthodontics and I was able to do Spark Clear aligners, and Kev did them too. And I feel like it straightened my teeth out from my adult teeth not looking so great, having like a tooth or two that's out of place. If you're somebody that's looking for orthodontic care, you got to go to Reynolds Orthodontics. And it's never too late. They've got flexible financing available. I'm also doing this red light thing with it. It's this red light therapy that they have. on your teeth, which helps you not have to wear your sparkle liners as long. So it actually speeds up the process. Go to myamazingsmile.com to learn more. That's myamazingsmile.com.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
After an accident, there are two types of people: those who got the Bernstein advantage and those who wish they did.
This report is sponsored by MGM Grand Detroit.
Weather today, sunshine and clouds, a high of 46, getting down into the low 20s overnight, and partly sunny, a high of 38 tomorrow.
MGM Grand Detroit is the place to escape in style with dinner at D Prime Steakhouse, or try your luck in their Vegas-style casino or the Bet MGM Sports Lounge. Then retire to your room featuring next-level comfort. It's a good time for a grand time only at MGM Grand Detroit. Must be 21 or older.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by Goldman and Associates Law Firm. 248-588-3333.
From the very beginning, iHeart has believed in me.
Even now, I still get excited when I hear one of my songs playing on the radio. Thank you, iHeartRadio, for honoring the truth I've fought for in my music.
Because we believe in the power of music. All your favorite artists, all in one place. The free iHeartRadio app.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios. Planet Fitness, we're all strong on this planet. This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit autolaw.com.
That's autolaw.com.
Add Mojo in the morning to your presets on our free iHeartRadio app. And never miss War of the Roses, the second date update, Am I the A-hole, or the Throwback Throwdown.
All right, we're now commercial free. So now without a commercial for the next hour plus. Second date updates coming up. We're going to find out why you're not getting a call back. Also some of the topics that are on the way in just a little bit. We're going to call my son Last Minute Luke. Wait till you hear what he told me last minute is this weekend that I have to attend. And then coming up at 8 o'clock, Kev left the house because, the girl, the date of Kev's, left the house because something that Kev said he didn't want to do, right? Or didn't want to have happen. And then after that, Shannon she went through his phone and then said, "We're getting out of here." What was that story all about? Shannon got a chance to witness a real-life War of the Roses. And she should have jumped up and said, "Hi, I'm Nicole from rosesbloom.com." That's all coming up. Right now, Find the Fob, guys. Find the Fob is happening here where we're giving away a brand new Chevy. It could be a pick of the litter, whichever one you want. Could be, I don't know, let's see here. How about a Chevy Trax? Or it could be a Chevy Tahoe. 844 Mojo Live. Win a chance to find the fob and win a brand new car from Moran Automotive. We're going to be doing the grand prize drawing of this. Actually, it's not really a drawing. It's going to be a challenge to find the fob on May the 2nd at their dealership, which is up on the east side of the Detroit area. Was it Gratiot Road?
Yep, in Clinton Township.
So 844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548 is the telephone number. You can win that car, $25,000 cash.
Mojo in the mornings, Dirty on the 30.
All right, Shannon, what's going on in the Dirty on 30?
Well, shout out to UConn beating South Carolina 82-59 to win its record 12th NCAA Women's Basketball National Championship yesterday.
It's an even dozen for Gino Auriemma and Connecticut.
They hadn't done it in a while. They hadn't done it since, 2017 or something like
16,
that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's amazing.
We were watching the game, and it wasn't even really a game. They were just killing them.
Did you see the controversy online about it?
What was it?
Controversy online where people are upset that why is it that the women's championship was 3 o'clock on a Sunday, while the men's championship is Monday night at 9 o'clock at night or 8 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. I think it's better to be on 3 o'clock on a Sunday because
me too.
I personally will watch the entire game, which I also watched it too, and I don't really watch women's basketball that much. Unless Caitlin Clark's in there.
He admits it.
The GOAT.
Here we go.
The GOAT.
But the men's championships tonight, so they felt like there were women that were upset saying that they believe it's sexual discrimination that the game was not on primetime last night.
See, I actually feel like they got a better slot.
I agree.
I would like it if they played on the same day. Like if you had to say it was today, I would like the women to play at 6 and the guys play at 9.
See, that's
why
too
do
much.
the guys get to play second? Why can't the women play second?
Well, I think the men draw a larger audience. I think you always put your superstars to go last.
You're mean. That's
I think
bad.
that's
All right,
reality.
well, over
But look-
in... Oh,
You know what?
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Paige Beckers, for those who don't know, she'll probably be the number 1 draft pick going to the Dallas Wings in this upcoming draft. She suffered 2, I would say for some people would be career-ending injuries, like back-to-back years. She broke her tibia, I think, in 21-22 and tore her ACL the next season. So for her to battle through all of that and to now be a champion like that, I think that's an amazing story.
It's amazing that she'll still be number 1 because I think that if that were a male athlete, I think that he would have been down on the draft, even if he was playing great.
But look at like Michael Penix, who played for the Washington Huskies. That was the team that the Michigan Wolverines beat to win a championship.
Yeah.
He was drafted pretty high for the Falcons, and he had like 3 horrific leg injuries. And
But he
football
was-
is a sport where, that can happen any
But
play.
he wasn't a number 1 pick, though. That's the interesting thing.
Lottery still, though.
You know what they should do? NBA, WNBA, which I think would be really smart. In high school sports, they will have the men's and the women's teams sometimes play back to back, like where the varsity teams will play back to back, or JV teams in JV men's and women's. They should do a WNBA NBA game on the same court for the fans to watch. Like have like at Ford Field or like one of these big old football stadiums, do like the WNBA game and the NBA games, and the fans get to watch both games in the same day. Like, I think that would be
That's
awesome.
interesting. Yeah.
Or even the NCAA do that with the championships, and so that Monday night or whatever, they could have both of them in the same place.
Interesting.
You done with Kevin
I'm
Mojo's Dirty on the 30?
I'm sorry. That's it for the dirty. Find the
I
rest up
actually
on the
have more
iHeartRadio
basketball,
app.
but I don't know if I want to do that
Go ahead.
because you just
No, it's all right.
hijacked my damn dirty.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
All right, over in the men's tournament today, the Cougars harassed the Duke Blue Devils, holding them from completing a Final Four comeback victory Saturday in San Antonio. 70-67 was the final score there. The Cougars going to face the Gators in the title game tonight, like you said. in San
Cougars
Antonio.
always win. We know that. I saw that this weekend in Birmingham. Go ahead.
I'm going for and Master P's son plays for the Houston Cougars.
Does he
Oh,
really?
really?
Yeah. Is that guy that Pippen? Is he Scottie Pippen's kid, or who is that? Who's the Pippen kid that was playing over the weekend?
For the Cougars?
No, there was one of the Pippen kids was on one of the teams.
Cougars.
Go ahead,
I don't know.
Shannon.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm taking it over again.
Russell Brand has been charged with rape and sexual assault over alleged attacks on 4 different women in London between 1999 and 2005. He is facing 5 separate counts ranging from indecent assault to rape. Now, we've heard rumors about him for a long time. The allegations officially surfaced back in 2023 after an investigation was done by some UK media outlets. He has consistently denied them.
I've always told you guys that when I was young and single, before I had my wife and family, who were just out of shot over there, my beautiful children, I was a fool, man. I was a fool before I lived in the light of the Lord. I was a drug addict, a sex addict, and an imbecile. But what I never was a rapist. I've never engaged in non-consensual activity. I pray that you can see that by looking in my eyes. And of course, I'm now going to have the opportunity to defend these charges in court, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. In the meantime, you lot, stay free, and we will be continuing to discuss this matter.
Yeah, he is set to appear in court on May 2nd.
That's unusual for them to come out and speak when they're being alleged in this.
I mean, he
Yeah.
has vehemently denied these rape allegations. Eminem's daughter, Haley, welcoming her first child with her husband, Evan McClintock. A big congratulations to them. She shared that news on Instagram over the weekend with a photo of her baby boy in front of a sign that reads, Elliot Marshall McClintock.
I love that name.
14, 20, 25. She obviously giving her baby boy the middle name to honor her dad. And this makes Eminem, a grandpa for the very first time.
What will he be called? You know how they always, people have different names for the grandpas or grandmas?
Pops, Papa, Grandpa.
I like it. Slim.
Gramps.
Slim
It
Gramps.
might be. He
I
might
don't know.
do something creative. I don't know.
Grandpa Shady.
I don't know.
Grandpa Rabbit. Call him Rabbit. Like the movie.
And lastly, this story is for my stepson. If you are driving, Kieran, I am so sorry. Texas Roadhouse has replaced your favorite Olive Garden as America's favorite casual dining chain. And here's the thing, Olive Garden has held that top spot since 2018. So it's been number 1 for a long time. Last year, Texas Roadhouse, though, saw an increase of 14.7% in sales across their 720 locations. The rest of that top list, so it's Texas Roadhouse, Olive Garden, Chili's, Applebee's, Buffalo Wild Wings, rounding out the top 5.
It's interesting. Buffalo Wild Wings kind of took a little bit of a drop there. For a while there, it was right up on my list. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I don't see a lot of Chili's anymore. Where are the Chili's at around
I
here?
don't either. I feel like they've all kind of gone away.
Yeah, in Madison Heights, by Oakland Mall. That was the one I remember.
I would always go to the Northville one, or Novi Northville one. That was always a good one.
Bro, them chicken crispers. I used to get with the corn.
I love when he.
Oh my God!
Believe it or not,
they had me in a chokehold.
Specific menu item.
They also had the best chips and salsa. Believe it or not,
they
for a
did.
place. It
They
was
really
great.
did. The queso. Okay, for all of today's ready, catch up by checking out the podcast. Just search Mojo in the Morning in the free iHeartRadio app.
Celebrity Dirt. Directly from the source. It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
Giving away a car. We got to give one to George. Oh my God. George, how many miles do you have on your truck?
I have 105,000.
Oh my
All
God.
right.
Yeah.
First time, long time.
Hey. George, what kind of truck you got there?
It's a 19 Ram 1500.
Holy crap, man. 105,000 miles on that thing. George, what kind of drive do you do every single day?
Right now, it's a 45-minute drive from home to work at around 3:30 in the morning.
All right. Well, you know what? We got to get you into a new car. How about this? Congratulations. It's Find the Fob. You're now qualified to win.
George, would you go for another
Sweet.
truck? Would you go SUV? Would you go Corvette?
I'd go for the Corvette. I'm a really big car guy. I've been wanting a Corvette my entire life.
I like it.
It could be any of those. It could be anything that's on that lot over there. Those good friends over at Moran Automotive, big advertiser of the Mojo in the Morning Show and Channel 955 in Detroit. We're doing this contest. Everybody's got a chance to win, no matter where you're listening to us, even on the iHeartRadio app. May the 2nd, you can either win the car or the cash, $25,000 cash. You're now qualified. Hang on the phone, okay?
Awesome. Thank you.
Man, we give away so much stuff here on this radio show. This is actually great. This is good stuff, and I'd like to see George be a winner, and it's nice to be a first-timer. You got to call us more often,
yeah.
George, okay?
I know. I tried to, but I work so early.
That's okay. We do, too. I don't know if you know that. We're here.
Yeah.
We're here. You call me anytime you want to. You got the phone number now on your phone. Hold on one second. All right, it's Mojo in the Morning. So this weekend, Chelsea and I were going to do like a little romantic getaway. We were talking about this because, we got no kids, at home until like a month from now, and Luke comes home from school, and then we got him home, and I got to deal with his ass, around there. So we were going to go away, and everything was all planned, and then it was the text message from hell. I got a text message from Luke yesterday morning. Yesterday afternoon, 1 o'clock. This is 1 o'clock, 1:12 p.m. it says on here in the text thread. This Saturday is Dad's Day. Okay.
Oh, no.
Well, that's very nice of you. I think I'm your dad. Shouldn't Dad have known that this Saturday is the... So I said, what? I said, why are you telling me this now? And he said, I was just told. About the date is the next text. They never told me. Can you come? I'm like, wait a second. It's Dad's Day. I got to go. I'm
Yeah,
your
you
dad.
gotta
You
go.
can't all of a sudden not be there.
And you had so much fun together last year.
Yes. But you remember one of my biggest stories I've talked about on our We Don't podcast that I have with Chelsea is the biggest regret I have in my life was I used to prioritize the show over my kids. Yeah. And one of the things I never went to was Donuts with Dad.
Yes.
Over at Scotch Elementary School, and I would miss it every single year. And I would, get Mr. Scrivo over there going, "Hey, you're a really good dad." No, he wouldn't say that, but he would always ask, "Are you coming to Donuts with Dad?" And I'd be like, "No, I got the show to do." And I regret that I never did that.
Yeah,
I should have just taken a day off and done Donuts with Dad or showed up, whatever. But long story short, I get this note sent to me, this text. So I call him up, and he goes, yeah, and I go, are we doing the same thing we did last year where we're going to go golfing? And he goes, well, that's the problem. I said, what's that? He goes, I didn't sign up for the golf because I didn't sign up for Dad's weekend. So everything's last minute. So if there's anybody that listens to us in East Lansing and is a golf course person and knows a golf course, do you know any golf courses where I can get on early?
Oh, I got
with
you.
him? Really?
Yeah, my girl LaRonda, her husband is Casey. He runs the whole golf.
Really?
Yeah, for sure.
I just need to get a tee time for Luke and I and one of the other dads and one of the kids.
Ass juice.
Ass Juice's dad, I believe, is coming. I'm excited.
Is this just for his fraternity, or
It's
is
his
this for all
fraternity.
Spartans?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's for Theta Chi fraternity.
Okay.
Which, which, by the way, I'm convinced that Luke doesn't even go to school. Like, does this ever happen when you're in college? Do you just, like, not even show your parents your grades or anything like that? Like, because I never went to college.
Yeah.
Like, I went to a communications school, but back then I dropped out early and got a job in radio.
Oh my! Are you okay?
All over. Sorry, my
didn't
hand,
mean to.
my foot went through the garbage can. I was trying to be cool there.
I'm sorry. That was funny and I'm
should-
concerned all at the same time.
Catch that on video, and let's do a replay someday.
It's
of that.
slow mo too.
Yeah, it's super slow mo. Me almost dying.
You're fake.
I
I'm like,
almost-
he's sitting
I
down.
almost
How do you almost fall?
I almost face planted. By the way, Bianca,
I feel like a horrible
that's a
person.
viral video for later
how do
of
you
me
fall
almost
sitting
dying.
down?
I almost died.
Lydia.
That was crazy.
Grab the video, please.
I literally almost just fell and died.
Oh my God.
Luke, I'm not coming to Dad's Day.
I sprained my ankle.
I tore Michigan orthopedic surgeons.
Oh my God, they're
I
the
need-
best.
I need you.
Okay, wait. Is
All right.
Dad's Day the one last year where you did the famous keg stand?
So
Or was that something different?
No, Dad's Day, that was actually the kickoff to the school year. Dad's Day was the one where Joel Shembry and I were standing next to each other, Jenny's husband, and Ty's in Luke's fraternity too, or Luke's in Ty's fraternity. And we're standing there, and all the food, it was uncooked burgers.
Yeah.
Remember that? And it was like literally booze that these kids bought on the bottom shelf of the freaking party
Yes.
store.
And there's always a sheet hanging out in front of the fraternity
Yes.
house that just says, somebody spray painted Dad's Day.
And Joel, being the master of Allstate Insurance, says, I'm door dashing better booze. And I said to him, I go, you are the I never even thought about that. I'm like, we should. And better. So he door dashed booze and food to the fraternity house and became the dad of the day. So I told him this year, I said, I'm going to stop off and get ourselves some good booze because there's no way I'm drinking bad booze.
See, but this maybe you should drink bad booze. Look at it this way, right? So last year, Luke knew what was going on. You got the tea time, everything was set up. You got the good booze.
We had a great time.
This year, have a last minute Luke celebration. So you do the worst thing that you could possibly do, drink the worst beer you possibly can, and make it a great time.
And just have some fun. Just
Yeah.
call it a day. I did get a reservation at a hotel, so I was happy about that because I was a little bit worried that I couldn't get reservations because
Sleep in Theta Chi.
yeah, could you imagine that?
Yes.
Stay in Luke's room, up in the party room, the TV party room. Here's a question I want to ask you: as a parent, or as a child, this would be even better. You call us up and tell us, what do you remember your parents not showing up for? Because somebody said something to me the other day, and they said, you got to stop killing yourself about the whole donuts for dads. And I said to them, I go, I won't ever stop because kids remember stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So what was it that your parents didn't show up for? Because I got to show up for Dad's Day. Like, I'm not going to not be there for this thing.
Yeah.
Because the last thing I want to have happen is Luke having some other dad, go, oh, Luke, we're really sorry that your dad's not here. Like, that stuff that happens to you when you're in the military. Like, that's the only excuse you have is if you're in the military and you cannot be there because you're fighting for our freedom.
And there's only 4 of them.
Yeah.
And if he
That's
even
it.
goes on his senior year, right?
Oh,
Because
he
I know a
better.
lot of things they just kind of whatever, like
If he
they're done.
if he makes it to
If he
senior
makes it to his senior
Yeah.
year, but these are the events that there are always stories that come out of, so you have to be there.
844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548 is our telephone number. What do you remember that your parents missed of yours? Because Jacob does remember that I missed donuts with Dad. Like, he actually, and I talked about it. And that was actually a very good healing moment for the two of us because he gave me healing on that.
Yeah.
Because he gave me the forgiveness. Oh, Dad, it's okay, whatever. Like, I remember him saying, I remember the one thing that he said to me one time. I was paying his, or doing his, what the hell is the
Senior dues?
FIBA, or what's the
FAFSA?
FAFSA. I was doing his FAFSA with him, and we're on the phone, and I'm like, son of a bitch. And he goes, Dad, this is like donuts for dads. As I'm doing
core
his,
memory.
Yeah.
I mean, so my thing was like the other way around. Like, my mom was disappointed because I didn't tell her something. So, like, my senior year, I think I had got suspended right around like graduation time. and they kind of told me not to come, but it was like a loose kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we had senior breakfast in high school where all the parents came, and it was like that moment to like celebrate.
Yeah.
And I just didn't tell anybody. And then they found out later, like, oh my God, how could you not tell us?
You understand how bad that would make mom feel?
Oh my God.
Hey,
She
Kenny.
felt terrible.
What's going on, Kenny?
Hey, what's up? What's up?
What's up?
My mom and dad didn't make it to my graduation.
Okay.
Oh, no,
what was
that's
the
bad.
reason? It's got to be good.
Well, I lived in Michigan and they lived in Florida.
Okay.
And they said that they just couldn't make it. So they said that they didn't have the money. And then come to find out, they were having a party for one of my cousins.
Oh my God. That is
See,
unforgivable.
I'm a better parent than they are, Kenny.
Hey, we'll see.
We'll
You
see.
gotta make it to that party.
I'm going to be there. I promise you. I'm going to be there. TC, what's up?
Good day, everybody.
What's
Happy
day?
Monday.
Yeah, there's nothing happy about a
Oh, my
Monday,
kids.
TC, but your call.
I know. Well, the kids are going to school. I had them all weekend, so it is good for me. They
That's-
out the door.
That's right. What's
They
going
is
on?
out the door. You hear me? Well, my dad missed all of my basketball games.
Oh, jeez.
And the two that he showed off, the two that he came, I showed out and scored my highest when he came.
See that, you know what? That's awesome because you were playing with a little bit of extra motivation, right? You had dad in the
I
stands.
was.
What-
I was like, I'm about to show you. You ain't teach me how to make a layup. I know how to make one. But
She can use her left hand, Dad.
Come on now.
You know what's
Yes.
you know what's amazing about that, TC? It would be my luck that the one I showed up at that I normally wouldn't show up at, he didn't play. The coach didn't even put him in the game. Anna, what's up? It's Mojo in the morning. Hi. Hi, Anna.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, my parents never came to anything, not cheerleading competitions, not parents' night at cheer.
Yeah.
I even moved into my college dorm room without them even knowing.
Oh my God.
Oh, that makes me so
How
sad.
old are you, Anna?
I am now 37.
Okay, so I think that our parents, I think if you're in that range there, like 30 to like 50, 60 years old, whatever you are, if you're in that range, your parents just didn't come to everything. I think
They didn't want to be parents.
Parents did do. We helicoptered after that because I think we didn't see our parents at anything, so we now do everything.
This
with
is
our kids.
so true.
Right?
To the point where I beat myself up. Like over the weekend, both Lucy and Smith had lacrosse games. I cannot divide myself into two people and be in two places at the same time. And Smith was so upset. And I had to explain to him, I can't be everywhere all the time. But then I walk away from that going, I should have at least tried to be in, Bloomfield and South Line at the same time
Yeah, it's
somehow.
tough. Jennifer, what's up?
Hi, how y'all doing?
Good. What's going on, Jen?
Well, my comment was I did swim for 9 years, and my parents stopped coming when I hit like 8th grade.
Oh, really? They didn't come to
Because-
anything, huh?
Well, they came to like maybe two other ones, and it was my divisions, and no, it was just divisions. They didn't even make it to counties.
See this? How old are you right now?
Oh, I'm 23. I'm like sitting outside my job.
I'm telling you, 23 years old, she still remembers this. That's why I got to be at Dad's Day.
You have to,
because I don't want I don't want it to become a situation where Luke is 23 years old going, yeah, Dad didn't come sophomore year at Michigan State to my Dad's Day.
Well, I know they had their own lives, but obviously you still remember some things.
Don't ever forgive him.
Facts. You need a T-shirt with Luke's face on it, and on the
Should I
back
do
say
it?
#1 son.
Should I do that?
Yeah, you should. Go all in.
Yeah. So here's the deal. I'll show up and embarrass him. Listen to this one. This is going to be one of those awe calls. Is this Keisha?
Yeah, this is.
What's up, Keisha?
Hey. So I got a call from my son's school when he was in kindergarten about a zoo trip. And they were like, oh, just check in to see if you're coming to the trip because you're the only parent that didn't sign up. And I'm like, how am I the only parent in all of kindergarten? Like, do these parents not have anything to do? I was literally out of the country at the time. I was in the Philippines.
You're the only parent.
The only one. I'm like, it's just the zoo trip. It's just the zoo.
Man. Do you feel like crap or no?
I did it.
You know, she doesn't care.
Does she voice this guy?
I just
No.
was wondering why these other parents was like, everybody
All these other
going
parents,
to the zoo.
they love their kids. Why do they love their kids?
I've been in that situation before, and I always think, do they not work? Like, what is happening here?
Do these parents actually have lives?
Somewhere to go?
Yes.
They don't. It's called prioritizing. They love their kids.
Take off for your kids.
That's right.
In the Philippines. What was you doing in the Philippines?
Come on.
Yeah. You're hanging out in the Philippines, sunning and funning.
vacationing instead of going to the zoo.
See?
My dad.
Oh, my God. What kids? They're duct taped in a closet right now. I don't know where they are. All right, hold on. Caitlin, this shows you that you'll always remember this. Caitlin, what did your dad not show up for?
He didn't show up for my wedding.
Oh, no.
Oh, gosh,
What was
why?
that excuse?
Yeah. So my parents had actually just gone through a divorce recently, and they weren't really on speaking terms, and he was mad about the situation and just didn't come to my wedding
That's
because he
awful.
didn't want to be there.
He didn't want to see his wife or ex-wife, your mom. That's sad that they choose to take their own pain and pour that pain onto you. That's awful. So you didn't even get him to walk you down the aisle.
Wow.
No, my brother had to, and my mom.
How much did it hurt you?
A lot.
Yeah, I bet.
A lot. But
You want to go?
I'm first time, long time.
Hey,
You on the phone?
Caitlin, do you want to come to Theta Chi's Dad's Day with me this weekend? we'll have fun. We'll make up for it.
So much.
All right, we're gonna party at the Theta Chi house.
Theta Chi?
Out back in the parking lot. It's gonna be fun. All right, I'll talk to you.
So,
Bye. That's a horrible situation.
WKQI Detroit. WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids. WVKS Toledo. This is Mojo in the Morning.
Oh, Mojo, he's amazing.
Live. Mojo. 30. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition sequence start.
Let me take y'all back to the beginning.
This is it.
All right, are you ready?
You're listening to Mojo in the Morning.
You're a doo-doo head.
Let's go.
Thinking about it, I literally almost killed myself on that last break.
What the hell?
I almost died. I want to look back at the video. Were you taping that, Bianca? Is that are we live? Have we been live for a while?
We live, sure.
Is that on the live?
That was low key.
Oh, there you are. I didn't have a mic on. Was that live?
Yeah, we're on live on Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, so later I can go back right after the dirty time, and you can see me almost face plant just a second ago on that video.
I'll post it.
Okay. I literally do it in slow motion too, like super slow-mo, so you can see me like almost wiping out.
That was like Final Destination.
It was like nuts. It was one of those ones where you know how on America's Funniest Home Videos with Bob Saget, or what's the guy? What's his name?
Carlton.
No, now it's Carlton.
Yeah.
It's still a good show.
Dad's getting kicked in the nuts always made me laugh, but also people falling always made me laugh. I used to love that. All right, it's Mojo in the Morning. Another chance to find your brand new car. Find the fob coming up at 8:30 this morning. Second date update on the way too. Why are you not getting a call back after you went on a date? And this is an interesting one because he made dinner for her. Like it was actually like a nice thing that was going on. They actually met. They had dinner together. They even hooked up a little bit. So what's the story behind that? We're going to find out coming up at 8:20. All right, it is Mojo in the Morning show. This is the home of the War of the Roses, Tuesdays and Thursdays on the show. So make sure that you're listening Tuesdays and Thursdays for that. Kevin.
Yeah.
So did she leave the house? What happened? She left the house?
So I had a beautiful young lady come over to the home on Friday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Had a beautiful young lady come over. She's my white whale, and she'll know what that means. So she came over to the house on Friday, and we had an amazing night. Full of conversation and
by the way, I'm starting to guess
Mm-hmm.
that none of this is ever special for the girl, because whenever you tell a story about him, if you go back and listen to all the time conversations that we've had, it's always, we had an amazing time together. Like he always does that. You ever
Or
notice
he's
that?
just having a lot of amazing times.
I
Thank
think
you.
that's
What's
what it
wrong
is.
with that? All right, moving on.
All right, go ahead.
So we had an amazing time together, full of I don't know. Yes, great times. And we wake up in the morning, and we stretch, yawn, and then we watch television or whatever the case may be. And I had said the night before that I'm gonna cook breakfast in the morning, so she reminded me of that, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. Boom. Wish she didn't remind me, to be honest with you. But I was like, all right, Ben, I said it. Let me go downstairs and whip it up. So I got the bacon going, got the eggs going, toasting the toaster. She calls me. So I'm like, okay, pick up my phone. She's like, what do you think? Two options. Should I go? She's like, I really want a ginger ale.
Where'd she call you from?
The bed. She was upstairs in the bed. I was downstairs.
How big is the place that you live in that she just didn't walk downstairs to see you?
She in the bed chilling.
Or scream down and go, hey, Cav.
He's not bothered by this.
Ain't nobody screaming. I'm
You
not
don't
bothered.
think that
Does
that's
she call me?
You don't think it's odd that she's in his bed
Yes, I
calling
do.
him in the kitchen?
But
No,
he
it's
doesn't
not.
care.
Y'all family members call y'all all the time when y'all in the house. Stop it.
You yelled about Josiah on the toilet calling you from
This
the
is true.
toilet.
Well, that's why we have walkie-talkies.
Yes,
So,
right.
yeah, I should have gave her one of those.
Oh my God. Okay, wait. So what does she want?
Okay, so she calls me. I see her name pop up. I'm like, hello, what's up? She's like, I want a ginger ale. She's like, should I DoorDash it? Or should I just get up and go get it? Now, in my mind, I'm like, basically, you want me to go get it.
Yes.
That's what you saying.
Yeah.
But that's not what's about to happen. I'm not about to go get you a ginger ale.
Yeah, you
So
have
I was-
you got bacon on the
You feel
stove.
me? Even if I did, like, I'm not about to just leave and go get you a ginger ale. That's what I'm leaving for. Let me calm down. So I was like, or here's a third option. You can just wait till you leave and then go get it.
Yes.
It's not dying. You know what I mean? It's not a EpiPen. Like, you don't need it right now or your life is going to end.
Maybe she was going to drink it with her bacon and eggs. that
Hell
you're
no,
making
that
for her.
sounds disgusting. We have mimosas. I got the orange. I got different. I got orange juice. What you want? Orange juice, apple juice, cranberry, raspberry. I got all the
By the way,
juices.
this is pretty amazing.
Straight up.
As a woman,
Okay.
Shannon, Lydia, Bianca, if Megan were here, I would say Megan. She's on vacation. How great. Have you ever had a guy make you breakfast the night after you hooked up? That's a
with
big deal.
With a mimosa bar?
That's
ready to go.
No wonder why this guy has a harem of women
you gotta,
all over the
you gotta
place.
relax.
Okay.
So, long story short, after she got
That's
the
why he
hint-
had all the juices. Everybody wanted a different juice,
No,
but go on.
That's right.
I like variety.
This is
It's
like
the spice of life. So basically, she got the hint when I gave her the third option that I wasn't about to go get you a ginger ale. So she was like, she got frustrated. This is before she ate the breakfast. Got frustrated, was like, all right, I'll just go get it. Went and got it and never came back.
Are you kidding me?
Ooh.
She didn't come back.
She
Come on.
left?
So she did
left.
not eat
She
the breakfast
ghosted
that you were cooking.
I wasn't mad because, I like my breakfast.
Have you heard from her since?
We talked after that. And
What
she
did- where
admitted
did
she
she
was
say
mad
she
and being
went?
petty. She went to go, she said, I guess, she wanted them stubborn, I'm going to get what I want type of thing.
Wow.
So she went and got her ginger ale. And she admitted she was petty. We've since mended the relationship, but I was like, you just did too much on that.
Ratchet ass balcony biatches.
Wow.
That's a do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Let's
I don't like that.
I wrote down notes.
I heard you over there scribbling. I'm like, what do you got going on over
Let's
there?
go back and let's dissect this a little bit. What does white well mean? What is that?
Yeah, what was
That's
that
like,
reference?
I feel like I saw it in a movie where it was like, that's the one for you.
Okay.
That, you know what I'm
All
saying?
right.
Like, that's your white whale. Like
So-
Moby Dick, like, that's your...
I'm not getting any big references. but
That's your
okay.
supreme being. That's like
Okay.
the number one on the
So-
pyramid.
so
Like
Okay.
white whale.
So let's talk about this. And you can call 844 Mojo Live if you heard something I didn't hear. So they spent the night together. He said he was going to cook breakfast next morning. He went to go cook breakfast, which, how far is your room from the place? You say upstairs? You actually
Upstairs is
have a double
my-
level?
Yeah, upstairs is my bedroom, downstairs is the kitchen.
She's upstairs. She calls him on the phone to say, I want a Verner's, or what did she want?
Ginger ale.
Just a ginger.
Just a ginger.
Canadian club or what?
We ain't got to go. We ain't got to go be
Better be
specific.
Verner's.
Okay. You say to
Schweppes.
her,
Ew.
That's what she like.
you say,
No.
hey, why don't you just get it on your way home? I'm making you breakfast. She gets all butthurt about that. So she says, okay, I would go get it. And then she leaves you. This is like a second date update where the girl never calls you back afterwards. but she actually has called you back.
Yeah, we talked about it. She admitted she was being paid.
Let's go to Sam. Sam, you're a guy, right, Sam?
Yes, sir.
Sam, you do this do you cook?
Listen.
Do you cook for the girls like this?
I definitely do, or at least I try. I'm not gonna lie. I work a ton of hours, so I need to get better at that. But I'm a damn good cook, is what my old lady says when I do cook. But the point of me calling, Kev, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like you, man. I got a lot of love for Mojo in the morning show. I gotta tell you now, bro, that petty stuff is a really bad sign this early on in the relationship, bro.
Oh, yeah.
And so you got to keep that in mind, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's high maintenance, huh?
Yeah, that's high maintenance. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with high maintenance, but, you know, if you're going to be leaving me in the middle of me cooking dinner and just expect that this is going to be okay.
It's crazy.
Because you call me and say, sorry, like, nah, man, like, nah, I don't really like that. But either way, Kevin, man, I hope you know what you're doing, bro. I trust you, and I hope you all have a good morning.
I appreciate that, bro.
Sam.
You too.
That's very nice of him, by the way. Carlo, what's going on? It's Mojo in the morning. What are your thoughts?
Hey, first time, long time.
Hey, Carlo on the phone.
Hey, Kevin, that is not stubborn. That's actually a sign of mental instability, and you need to go the other way. White well or not, she's not for you because she's going to do it again and again and again. When she doesn't get her way, she's going to continue to do it.
Yeah.
So think about that.
I need to run.
She's not. Yeah, you do. Seriously, she's unstable. Who does that? It's totally inappropriate behavior.
That was
Have
crazy.
a good day, y'all.
Thank you,
Carla.
He had all
Bye.
the juices, Carla. He had every juice. It's not like she was going to go thirsty.
This is true.
Hi, Jamie. What's up? It's Mojo in the morning.
She needed fizz.
Hey, first time, long time.
Hey, Jamie on the phone.
You had champagne for the fizz. You just
True.
said.
Very true.
What were your thoughts, Jamie?
Okay, so Kevin, man, she had a doo doo. She didn't. She didn't. She had to get out
Oh
of
my
the
gosh.
bathroom.
Honestly, that could be.
Plot twist.
I'd be getting the heck out of there if I had to poop.
Right.
That's great.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
I never
That
thought
changes
about that.
everything.
But then you need a better story because it made her look bad.
You're right. You're right.
That's interesting.
That changes everything.
I never thought about that. That's actually a good one.
That's not mental instability. That's intestinal.
Can I read some of these text messages?
Go off.
Kevin, it's not white well, it's white whale. That's
what I said. White whale.
Oh, I think okay. So they must have misunderstood. I said white. Well, next one here says, Kev. Oh God, can I read this one?
I probably said well.
No, do you want me to read this?
Go on.
I feel bad.
Read it. I don't
Man, Kev is a mess in all caps. Someone please bring back Sherelle. Not sure how to spell her name.
It's ELLE.
So
Shout out to Sherelle.
Kev is all over the place. You're right. What's up, Teresa? Hi.
Hey, first time, long time.
Teresa on the phone.
Is it Teresa or Teresa?
It's Tressa.
Tressa, I apologize. Hi.
No
Hold on one more
problem.
time. Teresa on the phone.
Thank you. Kevin, I like you.
All
But
right.
no.
What? No what?
No. No. I would never in my life do that to somebody that I like. No.
So you saying I should have DoorDash the ginger ale or went and got it?
No, you're saying, Teresa, that this
No.
girl's crazy.
She should have waited.
Oh,
A
okay.
real woman would have waited.
What do you think about her calling from the bedroom? I think that's high maintenance.
That's kind of weird.
Like, I think
That's
coming,
really weird, bro.
walking downstairs with just a T-shirt on or something like that would have been sexy and go, hey, do you have? And then give him a
That would've
hug
been
while he's
sexy.
cooking the
Doing some
bacon.
breakfast.
She's like calling you
Yes,
from the
just on
phone.
coffee.
That's crazy crap. Yeah. I don't-
Yes, Kevin, do better, please.
All right.
By the way,
we'll do.
All of our listeners are the women that call up like you, Teresa, that say that stuff. You're like a bigger sister to him. Like it's like a big sister telling him what to do. You know what I mean?
Or they just women that know what to do.
I think it's great.
Yes. I've been married for a year. Please.
All right. Thank
Please
you for that,
find
Teresa.
somebody else. You're welcome.
Please
Bye.
find somebody else.
By the way, Brittany says that the duty thing is a true story. Because what do you think's going on, Brittany?
I think that in the morning when I wake up, I'm a little nauseous if I don't eat within like the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I think maybe she just needed it to settle her nausea before she ate.
That's what they.
Sometimes I like ginger ale right away so that I can settle that nausea if
But
I'm
to
not
leave-
eating.
Well, if you know that, then bring some with you. Also, she could have gone downstairs and had a piece of bacon.
Yeah, and her not coming back though is the part that I think is the craziest.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, that's
He could have reached out via text. Or
he could have
something.
thought she got abducted for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Like I'd have been worried about her. I would have been wondering what's going on. Like the girl went to CVS and next thing you know, she doesn't come back. I see those stories on the news all the time. And then Kevin's the
Right.
last one to see her.
Bro, I got alibis. That's what you had ring cameras for.
Could she have talked into the Ring camera? Did you have a camera in your room at all? And go, Kevin, hey.
Not a Ring camera.
I still think the phone thing is the worst, but all right. By the way, 231 says Schweppes is the best ginger ale. You're crazy.
No way.
You're crazy.
Hey, just wanted to see how not answering my texts or calls is going. Second date update happens at 8:20 on Mojo in the morning.
Mojo in the morning show. Mojo, Shannon, Megan, Kev. Good to have you guys here. I got to tell this. I've been waiting for Shannon to talk about this story since our pre-show meeting because this is like a real life potential War of the Roses.
It was.
You're hanging out at a bar and what happened?
This was Friday night. Wes and I went out on a little date night. Even though I hate the phrase date night, you guys know this. Anyway, we were out at a restaurant. We always opt to sit at the bar if there are bar seats available. It is just our thing. Mojo, I know you and Chelsea are the same way. So that's what we were, at the bar. We were kind of tucked away in a corner, and we were talking about something, and I was facing him, and essentially the wall was right behind him. So he had access to see the entire rest of the bar. And I could tell he was absolutely not paying attention to me. Something was happening behind me. And he finally filled me in on what had been happening this entire time. There was a couple at the end of the bar, and I had noticed them when they came in. They were a little bit older. And the guy had gotten up to go to the bathroom. And as soon as he got up to leave, without skipping a beat, the wife picked up his phone and had started going through it.
Damn.
So that's happening as Wes is not paying attention to what I have to say, which is totally fine because at this point, I turn and watch her. And I mean, sure as spit, she is scrolling and stopping to look and read. And it looks like she screenshots, sends something to her phone, I'm assuming. I mean, she is investigating and then clearly finds something that she is not happy about.
How could you tell she was not happy?
Just the look on her face.
Okay.
And she is waiting. She puts the phone down exactly how he had it. She waits for him to come back. Now, mind you, the bartender had just put 2 fresh cocktails in front of them. The guy comes back from the bathroom and she is pissed about something. She for sure, I don't know what it is she found, but when he came back, she made him pay the bill so fast and they up and left 2 brand new drinks, not even touched.
Wow.
So whatever it was, we were so invested and we were kind of at the beginning of our night. So as the bar cleared out, it ended up just being us, the bartender, and there was a couple sitting in a booth behind us. And we start talking to the bartender about what had happened. And the couple behind us were like, wait, we don't mean to be eavesdropping, but were you guys watching that too? Everybody was watching this happen in real time.
Oh my God. Now it makes me wonder what the heck she saw.
Oh, you
on
know
the
what she
phone.
saw. He was
grabbed
Really?
the phone so fast when he got up and left.
See, to me, reactions like that, that's someone that she's told him to stop talking to before. You know what I mean?
She was looking for something specific.
Yeah, like that's like she saw a name she's seen before.
Do you guys do you do that to Wes? Like when he gets up from the table to go to the bathroom and leaves his phone?
No,
do you look
honestly,
at his phone?
I go through my own phone really quickly because I try
And
to not be
clear out
on my
things?
phone. No, that's not to say. No, that's not to say that I have not gone through his phone before because I absolutely have. I think you're lying if you said you've never done that to your partner. But truly, normally he'll get up and I'll really quick because I've been trying so hard to not be on my phone when we're together and spending time together. So I'll catch up really quick on what's going on. But
I want to know if there are any listeners that are checking the show out here right now that when their spouse gets up and they leave their phone on the table, you go right through their phone. If you're somebody that does that, have you ever found anything? And what are you looking for? 844-MOJO Live.
And what'd you find?
844-665-6548. I always bring my phone with me because I'm the weird person that even if I've got to pee, I'll pee at a urinal and check up on my phone.
Yeah.
Like I'll look at it. Is that weird? Like people
I
think
don't
it's
think
weird
that's
that I
weird.
got my
I don't
phone
think
in
it's
the bathroom and looking at.
So that actually, we had a conversation about that. We talked about this all night. And Wes was like, I wonder why, if he knew that he had something to hide on his phone, why he wouldn't have thrown his phone in his pocket.
Maybe he didn't think
taken
it
it
was.
with him.
He didn't care.
Maybe he didn't think she knew the passcode. Maybe he didn't. I don't know.
Look, I went through a girl phone before. I was in her bed. This when I was younger. I was in her bed, and I had no right to be mad because I was doing my own thing. But I was in her bed, and something was like, go through her phone. And I don't even know why it was on my side. Went through her phone. I didn't have to scroll or anything, but somehow, some way, I found myself on the right text message. And she had been texting a dude. You could tell by how they was texting that they was smashing. He sent her $50 or something like that. And I was like, yeah, we done, bro. That was it. Take me home.
Did she try to turn it around on you? Like, why were you going through my phone in the first place?
No, I don't think so. But I couldn't be mad. I was cheating on her too. But at the same time, I didn't like being cheated on. So we had to end that.
Only you can be the one doing it.
It doesn't, it's not right.
Texter here says, Shannon, when this happened, you should have been taking pictures. This is the stuff that I would love to see.
No, because it was so obvious that they were having some sort of altercation. And I was trying, because Wes always goes, look. And he's like, don't do that thing you do. Because I'll go like this, really quickly turn around. But so I was trying so hard to be nonchalant about,
Lauren, what's going on? It's Mojo in the Morning. Are you somebody that goes through your spouse's phone when they get up and walk out?
Once upon a time, I was. I learned my lesson.
Oh, really? What did you find?
My boyfriend and I had been together for like 12 years. We had a 6-year-old together. When we found out we were pregnant, again, he was upset. I had gone through his phone to find out that he was expecting another child in less than a month.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I mean, that's
double homicide.
That's crazy. So what did you do? Did you just break down and start crying? Or were you
the
so
pregnancy
shocked?
hormones were for sure kicking.
Yeah.
Ironically, this happened like a night after I had to go pick him up from the bar with his work friends. So he did not get to sleep very long after I got that message because he was not staying in my bed.
God, and that's the thing. Whenever it's the middle of the night thing, you wake his ass up. Seriously, it's almost like you want to, beat the crap out of him too.
Don't Lorena Bobbitt him.
Honestly, I don't know how you don't. What's up, Noah? Hi.
Hi, first time, long time.
Hey there,
Noah's on the phone.
And from Windsor.
Oh my! Yeah,
we love our Canadian
hold on,
listeners.
we have a different one for that one. Go ahead. Ready?
Wow, this is the first time I.
Yeah. Hey there. We have a different
anyway.
one for the Canadians, right?
Yeah. My boyfriend at the time, he faked he was DJing, and he worked as a DJ and came back like way later than was supposed to. And I'm like, where are you? And he's like, I got pulled over by cops. And I'm like, do you want me to come? What's going on? Why is it taking so long? Then he came back and fell asleep, and he gets a text. And the text says, I had such a great night. And I started talking to her and find out it's somebody that I know.
Oh, no.
And she told me everything. She thinks she's talking to him, and I'm talking to her.
Wow.
I packed everything, what he had, his clothes, put it in his car, woke him up, said, you need to go.
I always wonder when the people do that pack up their stuff, you're making more work for yourself. Like at that point, I would be like, pack up your crap and go. But the people that
no, because you just want it gone as soon as humanly possible. I have been there.
When people do that, I'm like, man, that's amazing. They can pack that fast. Tina, what's up?
Hi, good morning. Love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.
We love you too.
We love you long time.
What's up? And I lost you. She hung up the phone. Oh, well, that was nice to talk to you. What's going on, Allison?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
So I was dating this guy a really long time ago. We had been together for about 2 years, and he was traveling for work. So he had asked me to send him some spicy pictures, and I was not that type of girl, so I said absolutely not. So he went out to a bar and met this girl. He told me it wasn't a big deal. He came home. I started going through his phone, and he ended up changing the passcode on his phone.
Never good.
But I had bought him an Apple Watch for Christmas, and he did not change the passcode on his Apple Watch. So I went through the Apple Watch, found all the messages, found all the spicy pictures that were not of me. So it doesn't have to be a phone.
That's
it has to be an
amazing.
Apple
Wow.
Watch too.
Thank
So-
God for Apple Watches. That by the way,
Right?
cheaters are not very smart at understanding that technology will carry over, right?
iCloud is dangerous.
No, and then he blamed it on me because, well, if I would have just sent the pictures, then he wouldn't have went out and found a girl to send him.
Damn.
That's that gaslight.
God, that is totally. Initial M wants to be voice disguised. Shannon was at a bar and witnessed a couple get into a little fight after the wife looked at the husband's phone. What's going on?
So I was up north with my boyfriend at the time in January, and we had been on and off for about a year or two. And he went to the bathroom, and I found the Tinder app on his phone.
What's he doing with that?
What's the
He's
problem?
got you.
I know.
And did you know?
That's
We've been like fully together for about a year. Like we weren't
Did
off
did
at that point.
did you
but
notice him talking to anybody on there, or he just had the app?
Just had the app, but
Oh,
an
then
active
that's not-
profile. So
Well,
come on, dog.
That might be. I would
I'd be upset.
really.
I agree with her. I'd be upset. They've been together for a year, fully for a year. Mm-mm.
So
It's
what-
not like Instagram.
It is.
No, it is not.
If you don't message people, you're just looking.
What would you? What,
No. Oh my God. That's a topic for another day.
Yeah. Stephanie, listen to this one. Stephanie, you were on a cruise. And what did you find out about your husband by going through his phone?
So we were on a cruise with a bunch of people. He had left his phone in his room, and he had made a comment the night before when we got in a little argument about something. And when I had happened to look at his phone because he was somewhere else, I found out he was sleeping with his hairdresser.
Oh. What night of the cruise was this?
It was during Christmas. We had went on a Christmas cruise.
I know, but what night of the cruise? Like, was it the first night or was it the last
no,
night?
It was the fourth night.
Oh, Jesus. So you guys had to stay on a cruise ship together for the entire time?
Yeah, I was stuck in a room with him.
I would have thrown his ass overboard.
Not that it matters, but was his hairdresser a girl or a guy?
It was a girl, and it was one that I've been warned about before.
Yeah.
Yep, and of course, she, was supposed to be engaged too, and all that. And come to find out later, like he wasn't the only one.
Oh, God.
She was giving him that taper.
Wow. So that's awful. I'm sorry to hear that. That's awful to be on a cruise, too. I think that's even worse than finding out that your spouse is cheating. You're on a cruise when you find out your spouse is cheating. That had to make it very awful.
And we had just gotten married too.
Oh, no. That's even worse. Wow. That's horrible.
Double homicide.
Well, Steph, I'm happy that you're okay now. Are you doing okay now?
Yep, I'm doing better. Thank you so
Have you
much.
ever gone on a cruise again? Because that would be a bad experience. I don't know if I'd ever want to go on a cruise again.
I have, but I won't ever do a Christmas one.
I don't blame you. That
PTSD.
puts a bad place in your mouth. All right. Well, thank you for the call. Jeez.
This weather is great. Ever wonder why we're jumping up to live here this time of year? This is Mojo in the morning.
Yeah, it's so cold outside. By the way, we're supposed to get snow flurries this week. That the Tigers have changed their time of their game. Shannon will talk about that in the Dirty in a second, but we're going to give away tickets to go see the Tigers play against the Yankees today, and we'll do that right after we get done with Shannon's Dirty on the 30, which is on the way next. So stick around for that. So thank you to the Tigers again for the broadcast on Friday. They've said next year heaters will be in order for us. So we'll maybe have some heaters if we do.
I would love to do it again, honestly.
It was fun.
It was a fun
good time.
broadcast, albeit
Yeah.
very cold, but very fun.
Oh my God, I'm so late. I didn't even know what the time was. Look at that. We've been having so much fun with talking to these listeners about their crazy cheating topics.
It's the second date update on Mojo in the morning.
Why are you not getting a call back after you went on a date? We're going to find out. Second date update right now. So Mia is getting ghosted after what she said was a great date. So Mia, you guys went back and did you go back to his place to go eat? Is that right? What I'm understanding?
Yes, yes.
So he actually cooked you a meal at his place.
Yeah, that was our first. Yes, that was our first date. We went back to his house and he cooked me some dinner, and it was great. Everything was well.
And then,
and then all of a sudden, we didn't do sex or anything. We did other things, and after that, I left, and I hadn't heard from him since.
wow. So you got a meal from him, and kind of like fooled around a little bit.
Yes.
You guys left, or you left. He has not called you back, and you're wondering what's going on.
Yes,
All right, we're gonna find out what's happening. How was the meal? Was it good?
it was so good. It was my favorite meal.
Okay.
Did you ask for ginger ale?
No, Coca-Cola.
I like it. That's better. Hayden, what's going on? It's Mojo in the morning. Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Hey, Hayden, will you say hello to Mia?
Hi.
Hi.
So, Hayden, Mia called us up to tell us about the date. Are you purposely not calling her back, or have you just been busy?
Well,
that's a yes or no. That's not like, why are you not calling her back because did something happen that you're not
all right.
interested in?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, there is a reason. Okay.
What is that?
I mean, so like we had our date or whatever. It was great. Like, I mean, I liked her a lot. And then I found out afterwards. I don't know. I don't know if I want to talk about this.
What's wrong? I thought we had a great time together. Everything was great,
Yeah, no, you're cool. I had a good time with you. But all right. So,
what? Just tell us what is going on, and she wants to know exactly her goal is to find out the truth of what's going on, and that's why Mia contacted us. And her goal is that she wants you to be as honest as possible, right, Mia? You don't want him to not tell the truth. What happened, Hayden?
Exactly.
All right. So afterwards, I was talking to my brother, and about like the date, and then he mentioned that this girl that I just went out with used to hook up with him.
So your brother dated Mia at one point?
Hooked up.
I mean, all he said is that they used to hook up. I don't know.
Yeah, we hooked up. We hooked up a couple times.
Oh, that is. I feel like that needs to be known information.
It was years ago, though.
So wait, so you knew that Hayden's brother and yourself knew each other. Did you guys not even have a conversation like, "Hey, I know your brother"?
Well, I met him through
She
a
didn't say
mutual friend.
anything.
So it never got brought up at all that you guys had a mutual friend, and that friend happened to be Hayden's brother. Is your older brother or younger brother, Hayden?
How close?
My older brother.
So your older brother and Mia. And how long ago was it, Mia?
A few years ago.
Is her last name Khalifa?
So it was within a few years that you had kind of had a relationship with his brother. How long of a relationship was it, Mia? Or how long of a hookup was it?
Couple months. Honestly.
So you guys were
All
together
it was
for a
was
couple
hookup.
of months, or hooking up for a couple months?
Hooking up for a couple of months. I never dated him. It was just purely hookups.
But there's still a history there.
What did he?
Yeah.
What else did he have to say about her?
I mean, he said that. I mean, she was cool or whatever. He didn't go into like too much detail about it, but it's just like, it's just too weird. Like I can't do it. I'm sorry. Too weird,
bro.
You would not want to be.
That's too close, man. I can't be, because every time I see them in the same room together, that's the only thing I'm gonna be thinking of. I'm not mature
Yeah.
enough to not think about it.
By the way, my favorite.
Even during, I would feel like I would be thinking about it. I don't know.
Everybody's calling up with the same comment here. Trucker Kenny, what did you want to say?
Yo. Hello?
Yeah,
Yo,
we're
what's
listening. What's up? Say it, Kenny.
Oh, crap. What? Hello?
Yeah.
we can hear you, bro.
I got you, Kenny. You there?
All right, my bad.
Breaker 19. Breaker 19. What's up?
Yo, so this is like some real life Eskimo brother type stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Would that bother you, Kenny?
I mean, yeah, because I'm not trying to double dip in something that my older brother has already kind of dipped his toes into.
I think I would have a harder time with it being my real brother than my buddies who are my brothers.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Me and my brother, we came out the same vagina. We're not trying to go in one.
Oh, Jesus. God. We need a
Shaking my
break.
head at
Do
you.
we have a commercial break coming up here in a second so I can go over there and poke him in the eye? Yeah, you do not want to share. Like from a guy that has two brothers, I definitely don't want to be sharing. You know what I mean? Like that would be weird. Like I always think it's weird. Like when I remember what was it? Joe Biden's son, Hunter.
Oh, yes.
That he was with his brother's
sister-in-law
wife. I'm like,
Yes.
that is craziness.
Yes.
Like I just think that just seems odd to me. And Mia, I think that the problem was you should have said something. And Hayden, if she did, would that have ended the date right there?
Yeah, I think it probably would have.
I mean, I would have had a hard time with that.
He sound like he's trying to date, like be a serious, dater.
Yeah.
Like, he's dating for a purpose, not just
Making dinner?
Yeah.
Shannon,
Yeah.
for girls, would this be a tough one too?
Yes.
You have sisters. Could you date the same person?
No. Nope.
Yeah.
I couldn't even date, let alone hook up with. I couldn't even date the same person.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird. I always find it weird, and this is kind of wild because my sister-in-law has been my sister-in-law for a long time. But I found it weird when we're just together, just talking to each other. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're having conversation. Like, if we're just
Like, you
hanging
feel like
out.
you're doing something
Like,
wrong?
I could never go out. No, I could never go out to dinner with just her.
Oh,
like, I would
okay,
never
yeah.
do that. Like, I would sit at a party or something and talk and have conversation. But to me, like, even a meal seems like it would be just a weird, intimate situation that you
Yep.
just don't want to be part of. Tiffany, what's up? It's Mojo in the Morning, second date update. Hayden found out
Hi.
that his brother dated the girl that he went on a date with. What are your thoughts?
So I had this actually happen to me. I started dating a guy, and we were on a family trip with his family. And come to find out, we were sitting there, and he told me about this girl he used to date. And yeah, it's my little sister.
Ah, boy. And what did you do?
What was his reaction when he figured that out?
I don't know how he couldn't because we had the same last name, but he said, "Oh, you guys don't look anything alike." And
Oh,
yeah, I
he
broke it
knew.
off immediately.
He knew.
Yeah, it was gross. Nope, I wasn't going there.
Yeah, that's weird. 844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548 is our telephone number. My favorite in the text messages here going, how could she actually have been over at his place, noticed probably pictures that he's got and not said anything? That to me is odd. Like the whole idea that she kind of is keeping it quiet. And then Hayden, is your brother rubbing it in about you getting sloppy seconds? Because everybody's texting about the sloppy seconds too.
No, he just feels bad for me more than anything.
Yeah. Brianna, what's up? It's Mojo in the Morning.
Hi, yes. I was just calling because you guys were talking about people having sex with other people at the same time. So I had a boyfriend, and my sister actually had sex with him first. And I didn't know about it until after we started dating.
Oh,
so
jeez.
after I found out, obviously we were in a relationship, so I had to let it go. But it was very, very, very uncomfortable.
Did he know when he was having sex with you that he had already had sex with your sister?
Absolutely.
Oh, my God.
I've done that before.
You've dated two sisters?
We weren't dating, but I've had sex.
You've had
with
sex with two
sisters.
sisters.
Knowingly.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Did you
They
tell
knew-
them
the
ahead of
The
time?
second one knew it too.
And she told you
She
told
was
her.
down?
Yeah.
That's weird.
She knew. My homie invited some sisters over so we could run the two-man. I had the one sister in the room. He had the other one, and then the other sister doubled back like a couple days later.
But those are freaks.
honest.
Were they real sisters or like just saying they were
Same last
sisters?
name and everything.
I don't know. Dwayne, what's going on?
I
It's
won't
Mojo in the
say it,
Morning. Hi, Dwayne.
They know who they are.
Good morning.
Morning.
I sent a text in, but there's too many fish in the sea to be swimming in the same fishbowl.
That is a great way to put it,
That
my
is
friend.
really good.
My brother actually married a girl that I dated, and the entire time that they were married, she used to mess with him saying, "Are you guys sure you're brothers? Because he is way bigger than you."
Oh, my God.
No.
Oh my God, that's the problem right there.
That's
I
crazy.
wouldn't want to get compared. I know I'd lose.
That is crazy.
What's up? Initial A. Hi.
What's going on, man? Yeah. So I dated these two chicks in Detroit, and they were sisters. I call them the double H sisters.
Okay. Should I even ask you what that
Why-
means? I don't think so.
I'm kind of curious, but I'm scared.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you know they were both double H cups.
Oh, big boobs.
Oh, okay. So yeah, the breast sizes. All right. And so you called them that, and what? You dated them both at the same time? Are they the same girls that Kev was hanging out with?
I don't know. They could be.
Kev, what are the girls?
I'm not. What is the first letter of their last name?
I think it's a B.
A B.
Okay, no, they was a different letter.
No. Wait, do the sisters ever ask you after you were with both of them which one was better?
Yeah. Yeah, the older one asked me, he's like, did you do anything with my sister? I was like, yeah. He's like, well, I'm going to make it better.
Oh,
Wow.
my God. Detroit girls don't play. Holy cow.
Nah, it was great.
That's amazing.
Hate sister.
All right. Well, thank you for the call, Initial A. By the way, are you voice disguised right now because you're still with one of the sisters and you just don't want them to know that you called us?
Nah, I just...
I shouldn't have asked them that question. Oh, dump that. Make sure that dump worked, by the way, Zach, okay? Because otherwise that was a bad dump that didn't work because our dumper was not working last week. All right, second date update.
This is the home of the Dirty on the 30. Throwback Throwdown. Second date update. And War of the Roses. This is Mojo in the Morning.
All right. It's been one of those days. I got to worry about the listeners and Kev.
That's every day.
You know that if Megan were here, she'd be like, I'm disgusted. How dare you? I'm disgusted.
I'm on one today.
I almost need her to keep you riled in because you always have to look at her sometimes to see if she gets upset with you about
She be getting upset about everything, though.
But you know what, though? I'm upset about everything now.
All right.
You can call me Mojo Megan. That's me.
Dirty.
All right. Right now, we're doing Find the Fob. Want to win? Shannon, tell me about this Moran Automotive because I know that they're good people and stuff, but I know that's where you buy your cars.
Yeah,
Nice
well,
people?
they're also the best Chevy dealership for 2024, selling the most cars. So shout out to Moran Chevy. It's right there on Gratiot, just north of 15 Mile in Clinton Township. But the contest is great because you basically have your pick. Everything from a Corvette to a Tahoe, to a Silverado, to a Colorado, to an Equinox, to a Blaze. I mean, all tracks.
But
You got to find the fob first.
That's the thing. Here's the deal. You don't really have your pick of the car. You have to figure out which one is going to have the fob in it.
Correct.
And it could be any one. It's going to be random. So that's going to be an interesting thing because people are going to have to play like guessing games,
That's crazy.
like to figure this out. Like I may want a Corvette, but I may sit there and say, there ain't
It's
no
not in the
way this
Corvette.
guy's giving it away. You know what I mean? Like I may say, okay, I'm going to go over here to the Tahoe or the Trax or whatever the deal is. I think that Brian's going to make it a nice car, though.
I was going to say, we don't even know at this point.
Yeah.
Do you know?
No,
I don't
Tony
know.
won't tell us.
Okay.
Is it a race?
No. So everybody's going to qualify. So right now, 95th caller, 844-MOJO Live. And then all those that qualify will get to stand in front of a car. And then we'll one by one go, okay, go in and start the car up. And you know how the key fobs work?
Yeah.
If the fob's not in the car won't start. Whatever car starts is the one that wins.
The tea is that Tony doesn't even know. I know.
You do?
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Tony doesn't want to know.
Why would they tell you? You're a gossip.
I'm a gossip.
Yes.
I want to know
Oh,
so
hold the hell
bad.
up. Now get through this dirty and we'll talk about
Would you tell me,
gossip.
Lydia?
A big
How am
gossip.
I a gossip?
You go. The only thing that you don't ever divulge is anything that's you know that your priest up at your church on the east side of town is going to know about.
That's crazy because I feel like I don't share much of what we talk about, Mojo. So now I'm hurt. I'm offended, and I'm going to go gossip and tell everybody.
Now I lost my my ironclad my priest I go to
Your
confession
lockbox.
to. All right, so 844-MOJO Live is the telephone number, 844-665-6548. 95th caller.
Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
We've done more than an hour without a commercial, and obviously we're running late with the dirty on this one here. This is dirty, and it says the 8:30 dirty number 3. but it's happening at 8:44 live on Mojo in the Morning, Channel 955, 104.5 SNX, 92.5 KISS FM. What do you got this hour?
Well, who is in that body bag? That is the question that everybody's been wondering all season long. I'm talking about yesterday's White Lotus Season 3 series finale. I am not doing any spoilers here, and I am not doing any spoilers, nor did I even look at any spoilers because I am still a couple of episodes out. All I have heard is it was a shocker. It left some plot holes. It made zero sense. And this morning, people are not happy about however this thing ended. One headline I read just said it was a crushing disappointment. Well, I don't know what the heck's going on, but I know everybody is talking about White Lotus because the finale was
Really?
not as
So
good
was
as
it
everybody
dud?
expected. Yeah.
Chelsea was sleeping when I came into work, so I didn't get a chance to actually ask her about it, but she was up. She was waiting for it.
People are like, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That's what I keep hearing over and over again.
I've never seen this show, but it seems like that's what
you got to start.
talks about.
Each season is very different, but the first season has been my favorite.
First season was great. Second season had a lot of craziness happen, a lot of murder and stuff like that.
I mean, the second season there were some really odd things.
It was wild episodes. This season, Chelsea says that it took a little bit to get going, but then it's been pretty good.
Yeah. Terrence Howard sharing in a new interview on the PBD podcast that he thinks every celebrity who was ever in attendance at a Diddy party, guys here, lost their man card.
But when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it. That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Get punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid. And next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone.
And not just actors. That list would include LeBron James, former President Barack Obama. Jay-Z. He also was talking about how he talked about. So did you listen to the podcast? Yeah. Talked about why he won't take gay roles, like he won't kiss a man even if it's just acting. Talked about Diddy a lot. Talked about how Diddy had asked for some help like in the acting world, and then it kind of turned weird, and he was getting the sense that Diddy wanted to have sex with him.
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music. And he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to f*** you.
Ooh.
Yeah, he said that was no more communicating with Diddy after that.
I mean, it's intriguing that he's like talking about all this stuff because I would think that there would be some people that would be upset with him for maybe coming across a little homophobic with the way that he's talking. But I am intrigued to see how many other actors or celebrities have stories about Puffy trying to, because you always hear these stories about Puffy with just these younger men that he was with that are up and comers trying to get into the business. But he was trying to go after established stars.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Speaking of Diddy, by the way, I want to mention this really quickly. I mentioned this earlier when we were talking about this story because it's big, dirty. Cassie Ventura is set to testify against Diddy in his upcoming sex trafficking trial. And if you're going, okay, well, yeah, of course she is. Well, it's big because she is victim number 1, and she is going to be testifying and using her name. Victims 2, 3, 4 have all asked their identities not to be revealed to the press or the public, but she is coming right out and dishing everything about the horror that happened to her. Did you see what Mariah Carey did over the weekend? Surprised her son Moroccan and his buddies, crashed his gaming session. I think he was on Twitch, and his twin sister Monroe was playing as well. So she walked into view of the people watching. She was holding a dog and a cat, I think, asked her mom to come in the frame, and all of a sudden you see Mariah just like poking her head around the corner, also holding a dog.
What are y'all talking about? That's my sister.
I know, I just want to get everyone's hopes up.
Why are y'all? Oh, okay, y'all need to get out now. Just everybody get out. Mom, I can see you. They're saying, hi, Mariah, I love you. Oh, my God.
Hello, Miss Carrie.
Hello, Miss Carrie.
That's cool.
And lastly, an American tourist, this story has gone viral, was arrested after sneaking onto an isolated island to meet a remote tribe, leaving a coconut and a can of Diet Coke. Did you hear this story?
No.
So I don't know this YouTuber, Mikhailo Polyakov, I believe is how you pronounce his name. He's a 24-year-old kid, posts travel content on YouTube, snuck into the restricted territory of North Sentinel Island, and it's a part of India's Andaman Islands. They're believed to be only around 150 people on this island. It is an uncontacted indigenous tribe. So they have no contact with anybody outside of themselves. No outsiders are even allowed to travel within 3 miles of this island to protect the Sentinelese people, okay? It's basically just to safeguard them from outside diseases and protect their way of life. Well, this guy, this YouTuber, took a boat, got within like a mile of the shore, kept blowing a whistle to try and get their attention. He ended up getting to the island, spent about 5 minutes there, left this Coke and coconut, collected sand samples, recorded a video before leaving, but he got arrested because, one, it's very illegal, and him just leaving that coconut and Diet Coke, I mean, that could really affect their way of life. And also,
are there islands like that? I didn't even realize that.
Okay, so I did not know this either until this story went around. I kept seeing it everywhere this weekend, but it's a really, really big deal. Like these people are not to be
that to me
touched
seems
nor messed with.
Odd that I didn't even know that. I thought that like every bit of the land
Had to get
was
some YouTube content and leave a Coke.
inhabited by people with a McDonald's there. I don't know.
What's going on that island?
For all of today's Dirty, you can catch up by checking out the podcast. Just search Mojo in the Morning in the free iHeartRadio app. You played Mariah Carey that whole time?
I did. I love the song. It's a great song. I'm like, you know what? It kind of works. It was like the fantasy of those guys going on that island.
Go. Celebrity Dirt. Directly from the source. It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
All right. Find the fob. A chance to win a brand new car. Nicole, you're a winner. Congratulations, Nicole.
Right.
Oh my gosh, Mojo, I am so excited.
We're excited for you. We got a chance for you to win a brand new car. Moran Automotive at Moran Chevrolet, Gratiot Road. May the 2nd is the grand finale, or $25,000. You can win one of that, okay? You get to pick. Would you take the car or the cash?
I think I'd take the car.
I think so, too. I mean, the way the price of cars are, going to be right now with all the craziness that's happening in this world, why not? Take the damn thing.
You.
Congratulations to you, okay?
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Oh, my God. Thank you. We appreciate you so much. Hang on the phone for just 1 second, and we're going to get all your information, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Mojo in the Morning coming up next.
This show is now considered an imported good in Canada, even though it's not really that good. This is Mojo in the Morning.
Brought to you by Marvel Studios Thunderbolts. Only in theaters May 2nd. Get tickets now.
Channel 955. It's Mojo in the Morning's Motor City Traffic.
8:53. We are still only at 36 degrees. Some sunshine right now. Going to see clouds. Going to be windy as well a little bit later on this afternoon. A high temp today of 45. We are getting down to about 22 degrees overnight, and we may see some flurries in there as well. Out in the streets right now, a big mess in Macomb County. 94 westbound totally closed between 696 and 8 Mile because of an accident. You are going to be forced to exit onto 696 westbound. Gratiot can be used as your alternate there, but traffic is stopped all the way back from 12 Mile. The 94 westbound on-ramp from 696 also closed because of this. Westbound 696 at Woodward, we've got an accident blocking the 2 left lanes at Stop and Go from Mound, and some slow traffic 94 eastbound between Lanyo and 14th. That's your Channel 955 traffic on the Morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeart radio station.
This report is sponsored by True Green.
We're back in the miller's yard, who now use True Green. Their lawn started looking like a fairway, and pro golfers started showing up. They love playing this lawn.
Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
Detroit, if you're ready for a new ride, it's time to head over to Gordon Chevrolet. where whether you're dreaming of a brand new Chevy or searching for a reliable certified pre-owned vehicle, Gordon Chevrolet has you covered. This place isn't just a dealership, it's a family with over 40 years of treating Detroiters the most honest way and giving you the respect and unbeatable service you need. No sales gimmicks, no runaround, just great prices and a team that truly cares about you. Get over to Gordon Chevrolet today on Ford Road, just west of Merriman in Garden City, and see for yourself. These guys know how to make a dealership right with unbelievable prices and a way for you to get into a new car that you are truly going to love. I'm not going to lie to you. When you go to Gordon Chevrolet, you won't just be a customer for now. This will become the dealership that you always go back to. Gordon Chevrolet, Ford Road, west of Merriman in Garden City. Together, let's drive.
It's never been done before. iHeartRadio and America's favorite TV show, Wheel of Fortune, come together for 1 week only.
It is the moment we have all been waiting for.
Music lovers from across the country play for incredible iHeartRadio experiences.
iHeartRadio Jingle Ball Concert. Music Festival. iHeartRadio Music Award.
And you can win too. Play along all week at wheeloffortune.com and you could find yourself at an unforgettable iHeartRadio event.
Let's see where we're going.
Ryan brings his two worlds of radio and TV together for this unprecedented collaboration and welcomes some very special guests.
I'm here with Megan Trainor. How about Keith Urban?
This is Flavor Flav.
We are Lady A.
The winners come back Friday to play with 3 multi-platinum selling artists.
Congratulations.
iHeartRadio Week on Wheel of Fortune all this week.
Visit wheeloffortune.com for more information on where to watch and how to win.
iHeartRadio Week on Wheel of Fortune with me, Ryan Seacrest. Check it out.
This hour is sponsored by Sam Bernstein Law.
Injured? Everyone knows Call Sam will fight and win for you. Get the Bernstein advantage.
It's time for the Children's Hospital of Michigan Medical Minute. One focus, one purpose, your child.
Good morning. My name is Mackenzie Bucher, and I am the Director of Transplant Services at Children's Hospital of Michigan. National Pediatric Transplant Week takes place the last week of April, which is National Donate Life Month and focuses on the powerful message of ending the pediatric transplant waiting list. Many medical conditions can cause a child to undergo an organ transplant, including heart issues or liver diseases. Other complications surrounding injury or diseases may also occur during childhood that can lead to a pediatric patient needing an organ transplant. As the only transplant center in Metro Detroit exclusively servicing pediatric patients, the Children's Hospital of Michigan has a long history of providing life-saving transplant services for children in need. Our transplant program combines the expertise of nationally ranked medical and surgical teams who are specially trained in pediatric transplantation for heart, kidney, and liver transplant. To learn more about the Transplant Center at Children's Hospital of Michigan, visit childrensdmc.org.
This tax season, when you buy 6 months on Boost Mobile's best unlimited plans, they'll give you the next 6 months free. Plus, head to a Boost Mobile store and enter to win up to $10,000 and double your tax refund. Requires upfront payment, taxes and fees extra. Terms and exclusions apply. Visit boostmobile.com for full offers, terms, and sweeps details.
Attorney advertising. Local counsel, Michigan auto law. Paid active dramatization. Past results do not guarantee future results in each case.
When these insurance companies first met the dog, they ain't think the dog bite. They ain't even think the dog could talk. But the dog could do both. When they met him, they went to pet him. When they petted him, he bit him. That's when they knew. When he called, give him what he want. Well, he's gonna bite. I remember this insurance company. They tried to fight back against the dog. Wanna know what Top Dog did? He bit him so hard, I think he killed him. I don't see him no more. They disappeared. That's why you call the dog. If you get into an accident, that's why you call the dog. Let him go bite him. Send him to go fetch. Watch he come back with that money. Top dollar. Any accident, big or small, life or death, you make the call. Top Dog Law.
Say goodbye to your glasses and contacts for the rest of your life and get custom LASIK surgery from Dr. Yeldo over at the Yeldo Eye Center.
Do what Shannon and I did. Get 2015 vision. Summer's coming up, so you want to be glasses and contacts free. Schedule a consultation at yeldoeyecenter.com.
Listen to Channel 955 anytime. Free on the iHeart app.
Presented by Top Dog Law. Top Dog get you top dollar. Go to topdoglaw.com. That's topdoglaw.com.
Channel 955 presents the biggest concerts in Detroit.
Record-breaking global sensation Chris Brown presents Breezy Bowl 20 Stadium World Tour. Celebrate 20 years of Chris Brown live in Detroit, performing at Ford Field. Due to demand, second show added August 7th with special guests Summer Walker and Bryson Tiller. Sign up for pre-sale access at chrisbrownworld.com. Don't miss the biggest R&B event of the year. For more, visit chrisbrownworld.com.
Honey, did you pay the rent this month? Because I just received a late notice.
Sorry, what's that?
Wait, are you gambling online again?
Me? No, not at all.
If managing the bills and your betting has become a challenge, self-excluding from online gambling or sports betting might be for you. Learn more at don'tregretthebet.org. A message from the Michigan Gaming Control Board. Have a gambling problem? Call the National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER.
Buying a home used to feel like a complete headache. Listings here, pre-approval there, financing somewhere else. Now, Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com. A single, seamless homeownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, and refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com, the new home for all things homeownership. Rocket. Own the dream.
This is injury attorney David Femininio. A personal injury of any sort is in fact personal. I have dedicated my entire career to securing justice and maximizing recovery for those who have been injured in an accident. I also make sure that my clients get all of the medical care that they need to recover after an accident. You need an injury attorney who makes it personal. So if you or someone you know is injured, you need to tell them to call me at 855-65-CRASH or go to my website, getdavidgetpaid.com.
Gain Super Flings are here to take your laundry to the next level.
Talking about Gain Super Flings. Super size laundry packs. These things are huge. Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings laundry packs have 4 times the Oxy cleaning power and 3 times the Febreze freshness versus Gain Original Liquid.
Super fresh, super clean. Gain Super Flings.
Gain Super Flings for next level laundry.
At Corewell Health, every leap forward starts with the same question. Can we? Can we use genetics to fight cancers? As in plural? As in all of them? Can we save a person's heart from 500 miles away using robots? Can we combine psychology, biology, and all the ologies to heal the whole person? We can. Corewell Health. Visit corewellhealth.org and discover what we can do together.
Injured? Everyone knows Call Sam will fight and win for you. Get the Bernstein advantage.
More Mojo in seconds.
Do you owe the IRS or state tax? Don't fear a levy. Hire a levy. 800-TAX-LEVY.
This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell.
Weather today, sunshine and clouds, a high of 46, getting down into the low 20s overnight and partly sunny, a high of 38 tomorrow.
Cordell & Cordell, divorce and family law. CordellCordell.com. 866-323-7529. 866-323-7529. Joseph Cordell, Principal Partner. CordellCordell.com.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by Gordon Chevrolet.
Thanks for listening to Channel 955 on our free iHeartRadio app and for all of your music, radio, and podcasts. Search Mojo in the Morning on the free iHeartRadio app and listen to the show podcast anytime, anywhere. Free never sounded so good.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios. Planet Fitness, judgment free and just $15 a month.
This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit Autolaw.com.
That's Autolaw.com.
WKQI Detroit. WSNX Muskegon Grand Rapids. WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations. 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning. Live.
Mojo in the Morning. Man, we did a lot. I got to go back and listen to the last hour of the show because I want to hear what it was like, what it sounded like. But we
when you fell.
Well, I don't want to listen to that. By the way, I'm sitting in a more stable chair right now. Did you notice that?
I could tell.
Now, I put my leg up on the garbage can, not realizing there's a hole in the garbage can where you put the garbage in, and my foot was going to go right through it. So, no, we had good topics. So in the last hour on the Mojo in the Morning show, we talked about how Kev got busted by his read receipts because he didn't reply to somebody that noticed that obviously he read the text. Shannon only likes to watch basically hardcore porn and likes and likes to turn friends onto it, including me and
Did not know what
my wife.
that was the show.
Last Minute Luke. I just talked to Last Minute Luke just a second ago. He said he was doing his laundry, getting ready to go to school today, but Dad's Day. So we just talked a second ago because Kevin had a hookup for me for golf. He's friends with the golf coach and his wife from Michigan State.
Shout out Casey and LaRonda.
Casey and LaRonda. By the way, is there any way that Casey would like to have me come and teach his golfers a few things or two? I'm a 24 handicap.
I don't know what that means, but it doesn't sound good.
I taught the Michigan basketball team how to shoot free throws. Hence the reason why they're not in the tournament still. So, but no, so that's cool. And then we got into Kevin and the girl that left his house all over ginger ale. That was a great podcast.
That
You
was
gotta
a
listen to
great
that.
story.
Also a great podcast is Shannon telling the story about the couple that got into a fight at the bar because she went through his phone when he went duty. And then the second date update. How do you not tell a guy that you dated and not just dated, but you did the brother and the brother had to be the one to do that? I just don't get that.
And how are you okay with that?
I don't know.
Do you wait until it gets serious?
I think that
maybe that was her thought.
I think you
that's a
don't
bad
even.
time.
I don't even think you go on the first date.
Yeah.
Wow, but like, say for example, it was a one night stand.
It still
and then
happened.
You found out later, like, oh wow, this is.
By the way, I think if it's a one night, this was actually a date. So, but if it was a one night stand, you could blame it on the alcohol and say it was a one night stand.
But it still happened.
Yeah.
Like there's still going to be that uncomfortableness.
There has to be people,
discomfort.
Yeah,
like at family.
Yeah, agreed. But there has to be people out there who dated a person and then it didn't work out and then they realized, their brother or whatever, it was better for them and now they have a great life.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's one of those things where you don't mess with that. I don't think that that's a good thing to do.
You're saying a recipe for disaster.
It's my point exactly. I wanted to bring up a couple of other things I had to bring up. I'm looking at the show sheet here right now.
Show sheet.
Did we on our Instagram? What did we tease? Because I don't want to change my topic out. But I want to get to this one topic if I can. But what did we tease for my topic today?
We already did the topic that we teased.
We didn't.
Which one was it?
Oh no! Yeah, I got to do it. I got to do it.
Bianca lied to me.
Yeah, middle of the night sex. I got to talk about it then. All right, and tomorrow I'll talk about drinking with Chaldeans because I did that this weekend too. I gotta bring that up, or maybe before the end of the show. I hung out on Saturday night, and I found a place that has more Chaldeans than the Shenandoah Country Club. I walked in, I was like, holy crap, I felt like I was walking in literally to a Chaldean wedding. It was amazing. So I'll talk about that maybe tomorrow. All right, it's Mojo in the Morning Show. So this weekend, and Chelsea hates when I talk about stuff like this, but Chelsea, I'm going to keep it very clean because it was very clean. This weekend, I completely mistook something. So we had a long day on Friday. It was literally one of the longest days ever. I went home and passed out because we were out broadcasting in the morning and I was exhausted. Then that night we went out to dinner with a couple of couples and I drank a little bit at dinner. So by the time that I got home on Friday night, I passed out. Like I had not fallen asleep that fast in a long time. And I can fall asleep fast, believe me. So, we fall asleep on Friday night. And I wake up because I had slept earlier in the night, in the middle of the night. and I don't even know what the time was until after this whole event happened. So I'm in bed, and I notice that Chelsea's kind of making noises, and she's laying next to me in bed, and the noises sounded like good noises.
Like,
All
right, I'm not going to ask you to recreate because that's embarrassing to Chelsea.
It sounded
So
like,
please don't.
like it sounded like she was happy that I was up, and not that she wished that I was dead. Noises like that, like not those kind of noises, not that. But she made it. She made a noise, and then I'm like, oh, okay. And so I kind of like moved over my hand and started touching her, and I kind of like started rubbing on her leg and stuff. And she's got very nice legs, and I'm touching, and she's kind of making a little more noises. And I'm going, she's liking this. She's liking that I'm touching her. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I might have a chance for middle of the night sex. We never have middle of the night sex. It never happens. You ever have middle of the night sex?
That's like our most popular time.
Is it?
Yes.
Of course it is. You guys, seriously, you guys always are having sex. Middle of the night sex does not happen usually in our relationship. So I'm thinking there's a chance I'm going to get middle of the night sex. And I go over and lean over, and all of a sudden when I leaned over, I realized she was not sleeping, or she was not awake. She was sleeping. She goes, like one of those.
She was dreaming.
Oh my God. She was first off not dreaming. She was having a nightmare. Like she literally had a nightmare. And it was about a big hairy guy named Mojo trying to get, no. She was having like these, she was making like some noise, and she had some kind of like, you woke me up, stuff like that. I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, I got completely misguided by the noises that I was hearing. Like I thought she was really excited about me touching her. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I'll never wash this hand ever again. You know what I mean? I thought to myself, this was like a special touch. And all I kept thinking to myself was, this is unbelievable. And she goes, what time is it? And I lean over to the clock, and the clock is 1:48. Because we had fallen asleep at I think we got home from being out at maybe 10:30 or something like that. And I'm telling you, I was in bed sleeping by 10:31.
Yeah.
That's how fast I fell asleep. So for the few hours that I was sleeping, I got such good sleep for that few hours that I was raring and ready to go.
Yeah.
Man.
You could have cuddled her after she, woke up all alarmed.
At that point right there, she's like, she's upset because now she can't go. If Chelsea wakes up in the middle of the night, she's up
that's the worst.
She does not fall asleep again. So it's not like it's going to happen. So I'm very good. And I'll tell you this, I am extremely good about making sure that I anticipate my alarms. Like I don't want to wake her up in the morning. I've been really good about I'll get up, my alarm goes off at 3:30. I'll wake up at 3:29 and turn my alarm off and be fully awake and get up out of bed. It is unbelievable how my body clock is tells me that stuff. So let's go back to middle of the night sex because we don't have it at all. Does middle of the night sex though ever ruin your sleep, or is it something that you're like into? Like do you...
So for us, it does not ruin my sleep most of the time, because what will usually happen with us is we will both go to bed, especially lately since Wes has started his new job. We will be so exhausted when we get into bed. We'll fall asleep, watching a show or something, but we'll either he will set an alarm and he'll say, hey, let's get in a few hours of sleep, and then I'll set my alarm, which I'm always down for. Or we both just will wake up and one of us will wake up the other. And usually I can go right back to sleep.
But you can't just wake up the other, because that's a very selfish thing to do. You're selfishly waking that person up from what could be their best sleep ever.
For sure. I think that we've both acknowledged that 9.5 times out of 10, we're down. We're going to be down for it. Yeah.
But what happens if you wake up the other and the other was having the greatest sleep ever? Like I monitor my sleep. I've got the Aura ring and I can see like where my sleep is.
Yeah.
And if and there are times like Chelsea and I monitor our sleep scores. Like this just shows you our relationship. The next morning it's like, what'd you get? I got a 70. What'd you get? Oh, I got an 80. I'm like, oh, you
My
bastard.
sleep is always crappy during the week, so it doesn't matter.
Once you put on an Aura ring, you know what ends up happening? You don't have middle of the night sex, because all you're doing is you're focused on, I want to have good sleep, because nobody gets good sleep these days.
I don't know. I feel like anytime that I've been woken up or have had middle of the night sex, it makes the next sleep that much better.
Really?
Yeah, like when you go back,
Women can't.
You feel more relaxed. It's like, oh yeah, it's kind of like, when you eat and you're on a full stomach, but you just need like something sweet Or it's like that one extra thing that you have that really just sets you out. Yeah.
I always feel like, speaking of that, I always feel like if I drink before I go to bed or eat before I go to bed, I cannot sleep. I have a horrible night's sleep. But here's another question I wanted to throw out there with this. Has anybody ever has anybody ever tried to have middle of the night sex with somebody, had sex in the middle of the night, and their spouse stayed asleep the entire time?
Oh, God. Or didn't remember it the next
Or didn't
morning.
remember the next morning. Because that to me would be freaky stuff.
That sounds like a Diddy party.
Like, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
But there are people that have sleep sex. Did you know that?
No.
There are people that literally have sleep sex. Like
Sleepwalk, sleep eat.
Sex.
Yeah, like they have consensual sleep sex. And when I say consensual, it's not really consensual if you're sleeping, but they're in relationships where they know, oh, yeah, I've had sex in the middle of the night.
Are they just laying down or they are full participants?
Some people, I don't know. Call us up and tell us what if this has ever happened to you. But I've seen these stories before. I don't know what it was I was watching, but I was watching something about sleep, and they were talking about how people have narcolepsy so bad sometimes that they will sleep through the sex, but they'll do the whole act and be great.
Mm-hmm. What?
You know? Yeah, that they'll actually be really good at it. 844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548. The text is 95500.
Only bad thing about middle of the night sex to me is not that I worry about going back to sleep. It's that you can't brush your teeth before you do it, or else you kill the mood. So you are both acknowledging that you're probably going to have bad breath.
Yeah. Chelsea worries about her breath in the morning.
Oh,
and
I
I'm
am
like,
so self-conscious
fine.
about my breath.
To me, it's like your breath is fine. Like first
Mine's
off,
not fine.
Really?
No.
You have bad morning breath? How do you? Does Wes ever tell you that your breath?
Oh,
stinks?
yeah.
Does he?
Yeah.
Wes, not a good idea.
I like it.
He'll say your breath smells like poop.
Yeah. What's going on, Michelle? How you doing?
Good morning. Well, I'm a notorious sleepwalker. I do it all the time. So when I used to work midnight, I used to have sex while I was sleeping and not realize it. And I knew when my underwear were on the floor in the morning.
Oh my God. It's weird too, because you can never tell your guy that, because if you do, he does feel like he just violated you. Or was
No, my husband knows.
That's wild.
That's just how I am.
What happens if you're better sexually when you're sleeping than you are when you're awake?
I wouldn't want to know that.
I know. Don't say it. Don't tell the person. Initial A wants to be voice disguised. Hi, A. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, you're being voice disguised. What's going on?
Hi, I just wanted to comment that I had an ex that would wake me up in the middle of the night, and we would full on have intercourse, and then in the morning...
Do me a favor. Stop for 1 second. You take us off Bluetooth, because your Bluetooth makes it hard to understand your voice disguise.
Is it better now?
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
much better. So tell you.
Okay.
So you had an ex, you said, and then finish from there.
Yeah, so I had an ex, and we had been dating for years. So we didn't use protection, and so when he would wake me up in the middle of the night and we would do the deed, I would wake him up in the morning afterwards and be like, okay, well, we should probably go get a plan B or something. And he would be so dumbfounded and be like, what do you mean?
He didn't remember having sex with you?
No, not at all.
Oh, my God.
This is crazy.
Wow. So he was sleeping the entire time that he was having sex?
The entire time, and he would be the one to initiate it.
So was he better asleep or awake? Which one was the better guy you got?
Well, let's just say I'm a lesbian now.
Oh
my God.
So
I did not expect that to be the end of this story.
He wasn't good either way, you're saying, pretty much, huh? Oh, no.
Lesbian!
Wow.
This could play a whole different team.
Yeah. By the way, don't ever tell me that that's the case after the fact. That would ruin me. What's up, Destiny? Hi, Destiny. Oh, I'm sorry, Nicole. I picked up the wrong line. Nicole, you there?
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
First time, long time.
Hey,
Nicole's on the phone.
What's going on, Nicole?
Well, I listen to you guys every morning, and this is awesome that I actually got on. But, yeah,
my husband always wanted me to try having sex with him when he's sleeping, and then when I did, he doesn't remember any of it. He was sleeping the whole time.
Oh, no.
I noticed that his lips were kind of, when I try to kiss him, his lips, when they're asleep and they're...
But he was doing the act, though? Like he was actually involved in it, or were you having to do all the work?
I had to do all the work, but I thought he was awake, and then he never remembered the next day. So,
Oh, goodness. Do you feel bad about it? I mean, or...
No, I don't.
You know what's amazing about the whole deal is if this guy's having like narcolepsy, sleeping sex, or whatever it is, like if he's having that and doing it, you don't have to talk. He doesn't say any dumb things.
Right, exactly.
You know what? I think this might be a plus for some people. Destiny, what's going on? You would have sleep sex with your boyfriend?
Well, okay, so it's not like it wasn't planned. So fun fact, I have narcolepsy.
Oh.
Okay.
And
Doesn't
so
sound very fun, but
yeah. It's not. But so I was in a clinical trial where I was taking this medication and it made me feel higher than high. Well, I guess one night I started acting on him. And so we did it. I don't remember a single thing of it.
Oh my God.
That's scary.
That is wild.
But you were going through all the motions.
Yeah, yep.
Was
all
it,
the motions.
was it
and
just was it just intercourse, or were you doing other things too to him?
Probably just intercourse.
Okay.
I don't remember it, but he like what we talk about. He goes, it was just weird, like that you don't remember it. He's like, I feel like
It's wild because
like that's not right.
if your partner normally doesn't like to do certain things, but they only do it when they're sleeping, you know what I mean?
Right.
You're like,
yeah,
well, that's crazy. Oh my God.
By the way, what is the weirdest situation you've ever fallen asleep in?
Probably sitting and talking to friends.
Okay.
And
I do that too, and I don't have
just,
narcolepsy.
But you actually
tired.
Were you coherently having conversation with them?
Yeah, and then I just pass out, and they don't know what to do because they're like, "Do I call 911?" I'm like, "No, it's not a big deal. I just need a quick nap."
Yeah.
How do you drive like that?
Do you drive?
That's crazy.
I do. I'm actually driving right now. I do. Yeah.
You're not going to fall asleep while we're talking, do you? Are you?
No, I just can't drive at night or long distances.
I could see. Yeah, you'd fall asleep. Man, it's scary. This is like the weirdest because I feel weird even grabbing this thing. It says Megan's her name, and then underneath it describes the call. It says, I sleep while my boyfriend has sex with me. I'm too tired. That just sounds weird to me, Megan.
Really? First time, long time.
Hey, thank you for calling.
Okay, so it's not like all the time. It's not like, I work third shift. He works mornings. So when I get home, I'm pretty much sleeping and he's getting up for work. Don't wake me up because I'm the type, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm up. I can't go back to sleep. I'm the same way. So he will, take my pants off, do what he got to do, put my stuff back on, and then I wake up like, did you? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay.
I would not. I don't know how he does that.
Yes.
That would feel very
rapey.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know who it is, so it's not for me. It's not
right.
that way.
This is weird.
And I know
for
it's
him,
not
it's
that,
me,
but
he knows he's got permission.
I know, but still, that also wouldn't turn me on to not have interaction from the other side.
It's like you're a sex doll.
Literally.
I never said it was for me, darling. It's not for me.
Yeah. So does he?
I'm saying on his end, from his
I
perspective.
know it's him.
Does
and he's like, thank you. Oh, he's happy. He's like, thank you for that, baby. I'm like, oh, you're welcome.
Do you ever get sexual pleasure out of it though? Like, do you ever get off?
No, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I wake up sporadically and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, yep, let's go.
Oh my God.
And then I act like I'm sleeping though, so he doesn't.
How often does he do this?
Probably like twice a week, once a week.
Okay, this is a weird one. By the way, this is going to be the call that. It just seems weird. It does seem weird.
It works for her.
This is going to be the police are going to be calling us up asking for this audio. All right, Megan. Thank you for the call.
All right, y'all have a great day.
You too.
All right, take care of yourself.
Good night.
Bye.
Oh.
I want.
Shannon's Dirty coming up in less than 30. Give it to me. Mojo in the morning.
Find the Fob coming up in moments. We'll give you another chance to win a brand new car or $25,000 cash. Kool-Aid Lady, what you doing? Hi, Kool-Aid Lady.
What's happening?
What's up?
How are you?
I'm going to fix me a big jug of
orange and orange juice Kool-Aid with some pineapple juice. I heard you guys moved down here to Detroit.
What, say that again?
Yes, we are now in Detroit.
Yes, we are. Yes, we've been down here, Kool-Aid Lady, now for how long has it been?
2 months?
No, like almost
November.
5 months, 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, man. What happened with your other one?
We lost the building. We got foreclosed on.
Ain't that a bummer?
Yeah, that's right.
Man, that's whack.
And no, we moved to a new building. We moved to the
say,
we moved no, we moved
I'm
to
over
the
here
city.
like, wait.
We moved to the city. So we're down here now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
You have to come visit us and see the new studio. We're actually a little closer to your house.
Where you at?
We're in Eastern Market. Have you ever been there before?
Oh, well, I'll be a rat jumping out of a rat hole. That's cool.
Oh, I don't want any more rats around.
Come out. Yeah, come and visit us sometime, Kool-Aid Lady. Tell Lydia. What's that?
Y'all about to check you guys out, man. Shoot.
Please. We would love you to.
Yeah.
We haven't seen you in a long time.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it's been a while. Last time it was what? When we had that thing, that broadcast.
Yeah, we did. We're doing another podcast too, by the way. We got another one coming up. I can't guarantee you though that you're going to get the special car service from our boss Tony Travato. I think that was a one and done for him. I don't think he's going to do that anymore.
Oh, oh yeah, you talking about the people that used to drive and so.
Remember Tony, our boss, picked you up at his house in his big old truck?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was very nice, yeah. I don't think he's going to do that anymore. I think that you talked his ear off a little too much.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
No, that's okay. That's all right. We love you for that. So Kool-Aid Lady, we're going to do another Mojo in the Morning Show podcast live, a More Mojo podcast. And when is it coming up, Lydia?
It's going to be May 16th.
May 16th.
Oh, this is soon.
May 16th at Imagine Royal Oak.
We'll have all the details for this. I think we're going to announce it like in a week or so. So we're going to be announcing it because we're doing Find the Fob as the big one this week. And then next week will probably be our next thing we'll do. Okay?
How cool is that?
It's going to be great, Kool-Aid Lady. And here's the story. Everybody's going to be there, and we're going to do the next podcast is going to be more Q&A.
Okay.
Oh, question and answer.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's
I'm nervous.
Basically giving the listeners an opportunity to talk about, pretty much anything, and it will be all on the podcast.
Wow, that's slick as grease, man.
Yeah. So get ready for it. So be listening next week on the show. We'll make the announcement when Megan comes back from vacation so that we all can talk a little bit about the last podcast and how much fun that was. Which, by the way, was such a huge fundraiser for Breaking and Entering. We raised a lot of money, and thanks to Imagine Theater for that.
Indeed.
So
that is so cool. I was laughing so hard, man, when we were doing that podcast.
I know.
I was laughing like a booger, man.
You know what? I was too. I really was. Well, and I'm excited for it. I will tell you this, Kool-Aid Lady. This next one, we're going to try to get right to it. And so everybody's got to get there early, and we'll explain. But I feel like we didn't do enough podcasts because we waited so long talking to people. So that's why we want to do Q&A, so it becomes more of a sitting around the kitchen table type of a thing. Okay?
That sounds slick as grease, man. Shoot.
Well, I appreciate you calling up, Kool-Aid Lady, and come visit us in Eastern Market, will you please?
Sure. Yeah, what happened, I was dialing the old number, and I said, man.
Nobody's picking up. Yeah. Well, it should have transferred over. I don't know why it didn't, but you know what? I think you were calling the old inside number, so that's the problem. Now we got you locked in. It says Kool-Aid Lady up on the call screen board here on the X screen. So you're all set.
Oh, wow. Ain't that weird?
Yeah. No, well, that's your name. I don't think it's weird. But we love you, Kool-Aid Lady. I'm going to give away some Tigers tickets. It's going to be cold today.
Yeah, man. It's going to be colder than the witch's kiss, man.
Believe me. It's going to be really cold today. And if you want to go see the Tigers play, they moved the game time to 3 o'clock today against the New York Yankees.
That's cold.
I don't blame you.
It's colder than the Eskimo turd out there, man.
That and a witch's titty. 844 Mojo Live. 844-665-6548. I blame you, Lydia, for this one. Just like we've had Friday broadcast. Lydia, come on in studio. Lydia to the studio, please. We're going to talk.